How now, brown cow? How now? How now? How now? How now, brown cow? All right.
Justice having a seizure. Everybody run.
Alive on air. You know, I felt, I've fallen asleep on air. I've slurred on air. Now I'm having a seizure on air for the first time. Live here right now for you. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to snap. Another Liquid Therapy Saturday Night Live R.O.C. Hangout show. I like how every time I change it up a little bit, but makes it fun. My name is Dust Mites, and you're not. Is that Chevy Chase? Is that Chevy Chase? Old school Chevy Chase Saturday Night Live. Trying to keep it with the Saturday Night Live theme that we're going on right here. I don't know what the fuck we're doing tonight. We're going to do a little couple things. We're just coming to you live here on a Saturday night, drinking a couple beers, having a couple of brews and drinks, and just chilling and just being us. And bringing you some whatever the fuck it is, man. This is like us hanging out in a room together, just kicking it. So virtually kicking it. Is that a big word? Virtually kicking it? Is that where all the money's coming from? We get some Bitcoins when we say virtually kicking it.
Hey, we're on video, man. We can call it visually kicking it.
Visually kicking it. Yeah. Wow, that's different. Visually kicking it. I gotta somebody write that down because I'm not writing anything fucking down tonight because I'll look at it tomorrow and be like, hey, is that new Transformer? Yeah.
Frogman's not here to write shit down for you right now.
Yeah, I know. Frogman's my secretary. He's on the road. He's on the road right now getting home. So
I got you covered.
I'll tell him, pop in when you get home. And it's Pippin when you whatever. Yeah, I'm the worst at one finger texting. Okay, it said pip in when you get him. So maybe he'll get that. So yeah, man. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We're just hanging out on a Saturday night. Shout out to James, Victory Saber 77. We're holding it down for him every other week whenever I can do this while he's on hiatus. Hopefully he'll be back soon, and we wish you the best. But fuck it. It's Saturday night. It's a prime time fucking hour. It's 9 o'clock. This is a prime time spot. We have to jump in here and do something. That's it. Whether it's just us looking at each other going, sniffing, blowing our noses, and picking our toes. We got to be here doing something. Right, guys? What do you think? We got to do something.
So, absolutely.
Exactly. You've been hitting the beers all day. I've been hitting the vodka since about noon. So
yeah, well, it hasn't been all day. It hasn't been all day. I started hitting the beers at 7.
Oh shit!
7 o'clock. I'm 12 in or 13 in, and it's 9. So let's see where we're gonna go tonight.
To space, man.
So as I take another sip, shout out to Beck's beer. I want to.
That's some good shit.
Hopefully we'll get some sort of fucking patronage and get some sort of sponsor. If I sit and drink beers all night. Almost went live by myself, but thank you guys for popping in. Appreciate it. So let's do a super quick intros because you know what? We do these R.O.C. shows and that shit takes an hour and a fucking half. So either I can name you guys off or we can just do it real quick. So real quick, G Money.
What's up, guys?
All
Listen,
right, Josh.
I'm excited just to hang out.
All right,
Dope.
All right, Josh.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
All right,
Rob. What up?
All right, Ty.
Hey.
Blanos.
His waves.
Who does his wave? Shout out to the audio listeners right now. He waved.
That's jokes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I gotta send him. Did I not send him the link? Oh my god! Now I got to do some fucking work here. Wow, so much for quick intros. Now that I got fucking sidetracked here, but no, honestly, real quick, man. G Money, how's the move going?
Dude, thanks for asking. It is done.
He was ready.
Done.
He was ready.
Yeah, no, I'm ready to go, man. it's, Rob's been through it. Anyone who's been through it knows, just moving is never really fun.
Oh, it sucks.
Never.
Yeah.
But honestly, guys, it's like moving an apartment across town is one thing, but when you pick up a home and lifestyle with a family and move it states, that's totally a fucking different story, man.
Yeah, but it just
what I'm saying.
It just sucks all the way around because it's like the definition of like hurry up, wait, hurry up, wait, hurry up, wait. But once it's done, it does feel like okay, at least you're settled for a while, So
well, yeah. Until your boss man says you're out.
Exactly, right. Until they say, hey, we need you here. How much you?
What's funny with me is like. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to send a link while I'm trying to talk to you guys. Is like this is my 1-year anniversary of moving into this new place, and if anybody is a fan of me on social media or whatnot, knows it was a really, really fucking tough fucking move and work, and very dramatic or traumatic, I should say, not dramatic, traumatic. And yes, I'm very big on the dramatic, but it was traumatic to me. It was a big change for me. It was I wasn't going far. I'm still in the same development, but the lifestyle change that I've had in the past year is it's up here, man. It's totally it's from here to here. You know what I mean? I went from one spot to another spot. Yeah, it cost me some money, it cost me some time, and it cost me some effort. But you know what? It was the best thing I ever fucking did.
You know what it does is never put a price on just your good. I'm going to say mental health because I don't know a better way to describe it.
But I've done
the same thing.
Mojo.
Yeah, exactly.
Mojo,
Exactly. It's always worth the cost. It's always worth the headache and the hassle once it's said and done and you're in a good place. So
yeah, it pays the cost to be the boss.
So
I'm hoping I never, ever have to move again. But if I do, I'm paying a motherfucker. I ain't doing it ourselves. That shit sucked.
Yeah, that's the fucking worst, man. And that's what I said last year. I was like, man, I was going to get a moving company. I was like, you know what? I'm not asking my 30, 40-year-old friends and family to come on a fucking Saturday morning to come move me, 800 feet to a different fucking place. And money-wise, it wasn't working out. They wanted like $1,400 to move a fucking one-bedroom apartment worth of shit fucking across the fucking, I was like, yeah, it ain't happening.
That's crazy, man. We had a quote for $2,500 to move a family of
family. How far did you go?
10 miles.
Bro, I could fucking piss. I could piss and probably reach my fucking my last apartment. It would be a pretty no.
That's a good stream at your age.
I'm not gonna front. It'd be a pretty fucking big stream. It's a pretty strong bird. It'd be a pretty strong fucking pee. But you know what? I can make it happen.
Yeah, that's nuts. That shit over here would have been like $500.
Damn.
Man, I forgot we had a chat tonight. I gotta pop that shit out.
You go over to
hey, man, shout out to the chat. It's popping right now.
Yeah, man, I totally forgot. Pop in here, man. The link's in the Facebook group. Get in here. We got some room.
Join up. Have fun. We don't
stop
bite.
Stop fucking being scared, man. Stop being scared. But yeah, man, a move is a big fucking thing. And you know what? A year into this already, and I'm still living out of boxes. There's 1 or 2 fucking rooms. I still got boxes. It's like a stock room, man. It's like a fucking. Because you know what? In the business that I work, it's all about time. And when you're doing schedules 3 weeks in advance and ordering a month in advance, your mind is always ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like when it just came to me like, man, it's been a year, man. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm still living out of boxes. This hasn't been done. That hasn't been done. My kitchen is still like this. And I'm like, fuck it. I guess that's how it is. You know what I mean? Because I was so.
Do retail?
What's that?
Do you work retail? You don't work retail, right?
Hey, she sure does.
Where the fuck have you been? Welcome. Hello. Welcome to the Terradrome. Yeah. I work in grocery retail, bro. Yeah, man, I'm in retail. And when I hit you up again on the second, it's another retail. You get what I'm saying? Retail.
Bart.
On that one?
Wow.
I had nothing, bro. I had no transition. That was the best transition I could come up with. But
that was hot fire.
All right, so we got the chat up right now. Where were we at when we started? G Money with his move. All right, G Money. So you get settled in?
Yeah, we're good. We're in a good place. It's just getting back into routines. And anyone who knows me in the R.O.C. or real life or just knows that I'm all about my structure and my my routines with diet
I'm the same
and
way,
gym
man.
and work.
I'm the same way, man. You start getting that fucking that anxiety kicking in when you can't do the same thing all fucking day long. Like this morning, I set my alarm for 5:15 in the morning. I woke up at 6:10. It didn't go off, and I looked at the alarm. It's all set. I have to be at work at 7. Everything's all good. It's all set to properly where it should be, but it just didn't fucking go off. So, like my routine isn't there. My routine of going over, hitting snooze 5 times, having 20 minutes to look at my phone and check everything out and check things and blah, blah, blah. Getting up, taking my shit, feeding the cats, taking my shower, getting dressed was all turned into like a 7-minute. Oh my fucking God, I gotta get up because it's 45 minutes to get to work. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So you shit in the shower and Waffle stomped it down.
I didn't shower. I didn't shit. I basically just fed the cats, grabbed some shit, got dressed, ran out the fucking door, got in the car, pumped the music, drove. What usually takes me 27 minutes. I got there at 18 because nobody was on the fucking on the roads. 18 minutes. And I just walked in like 4 minutes to spare. So
damn, dude.
And I'm like, as being a person of routine.
Yep, it throws you off.
Get it? It threw my whole day off. My whole day was just like fucking shit. I was just like angry. I was fucking like, ugh. Well, I'm always angry, but it just wasn't usually just me. You know what I mean? Like there was definitely an unbalance in the force.
You know what's really funny is I have like an hour buffer on my start time. Like I can, if I have an 8 o'clock start time and I show up at 8:30ish, whatever. If I ain't there by 7:45, I'm still pissed at myself.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. Usually, when I gotta be at work at like 5, 6 in the morning, I'm there a half hour early. You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing in the fucking parking lot? Looking at you motherfuckers on my fucking phone. What's this guy doing? Is there any early releases? Am I going to post this? What happened over here? That's all I'm fucking doing because you know what? I don't do it. And the funny thing is, like, I roll over and I do it for like 10 minutes before I get up. So my fucking 10-hour day is 2 hours even longer. It's a 12-hour day because I'm fucking waking up early so I can check my phone, so I can get dressed and fucking drive to work and be there a half hour early for fucking work. You guys are killing me. You guys are fucking killing me.
You're welcome.
That's all right. I'll do the same shit. Well, I'll roll over and hit the snooze button and start cruising the group, and then when I'm sitting there waiting for them to finish my route trailer for the day, I do the same shit.
It's fucking crazy, man. And like Gary said, like you fall into a routine. And the same thing with me. I come home, it's around the same time. I'll stop at a store, I'll pick something up, I'll come home. I have my Bluetooth speaker. When I walk up the steps, I click the button, I click a podcast, I listen to a podcast, I take off my shoes, I get fucking comfortable, I get ready for my night, I feed the cats, I start dinner. Then it's to the couch, and it's just funny, and that's like with Monday nights and when we do these podcasting things, it's a change in my routine. It changes up my original routine. So that's why I look forward to nights like this. So I'm not just, just going through the fucking motions, in life,
Sure.
Interesting.
Walt, don't start snoring there.
Yeah, Walt's fucking snoring. What the fuck, Darth? Darth.
I have to wake up.
Can you hear me?
What?
What up, Eric?
What up, B? You're sideways, man.
Yeah, hold on. I'm working on it.
All right, you're climbing on the walls. That's awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. EE Prime coming
There he is.
from the wall.
Wow.
First time I've ever been live, so bear with me.
Oh shit!
Oh my God!
What's
First
up?
time I've ever been live. Everybody, shut your fucking computers off. Nobody.
There you go.
All right. Nothing. First, Oh yeah, I forgot. First time being live.
Oh, that's right. Last time you were on one of the Hangouts, it was unbroadcast, wasn't it?
It's always on broadcast. I jump on when you guys are done.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we're just rolling through and saying what's up, man. So, Josh, you're not getting away from me, Josh, man. You're not getting.
Oh no,
there's no way you're gonna get a leg up on me on this.
No,
No.
I don't know, man. They had me doing hurdles in therapy today. Not like jumping, but like stepping over them.
Let me tell you guys right now, just to fucking put this to rest. If you guys want to see this man and his new friend, which is his new prosthetic leg, go watch last night's episode of
Masterpiece Shit Piece Theater.
and watch him go through the motions of putting that leg into use. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen,
watch Bramer about lose his lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's hard to watch today.
You could find said show
going
Gary. Forward next week on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel.
Hell yeah.
But let's take a second and welcome the Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater friends, or MPS Masterpiece MPSP Theater guys, to the Realm of Collectors podcast channel.
Official, and we are happy and proud as hell.
Yeah. It's like I was saying last night. It was an honor to be invited. So,
man, should have been fucking from day one, but I ain't gonna fucking get into that. You know, we don't talk shit. Shout out to Bramer.
We had to show you guys what we had to do, or what we were up to.
Yeah, it's all good, man. You pitch the ideas, we go, or we go, ooh. You know, pitch the idea, ooh. You know, and this is what I'll say. What I want to do with us is I want this network to be broadcasting either live every night or recorded programming. And when we do recorded programming, we can set times, early morning, late night, this thing, that thing. It doesn't matter if something's live. I want, if you guys are out there in the realm and have an idea, have a good for a podcast or whatever, guys kicking it, talking shit, whatever you guys want to call it, be different, think out the box, don't be like everything else that's on this fucking network. Hit me up, and we got a home. We have a home here, not only for fucking YouTube. We have a home for on iTunes and all that other shit for audio. This is a place, man. This is what we're here for. We're here for you guys.
Dust's home for Wayward Podcasts.
That's it, man.
Exactly.
You know, the realm. This is what the realm is all about, man. We're doing this for you. This is why we started. The first show on this fucking network was called Enter the Realm. Does that make any sense to you guys? Yeah, we did a show on the YouTubes and whatnot. Enter the realm. Come into this realm. The realm of collectors. Get in here. We want you in. How the fuck are we gonna pull you in? Well, you know what? You get a fat bastard to talk shit and fall asleep at the end of this fucking show for 9 hours. That's what we did. You know what I'm saying? We got that. Now it's time for you guys. Once you're in, do something. Be a part of this. Put your fucking work into that. Let's hear what you have to say. Not everybody's gonna fucking agree with you, and that's cool. But fucking come on in.
Rob has a dream. He has 12 to 14 hours a day in a vehicle and needs good shit to listen to. So if it can be all rock related.
Rob, here's something for you. 10 hours of Rob. Just you recording yourself talking shit while you're in the fucking truck.
Don't laugh. If I could figure out a way to get away with
that's a fucking show.
I would.
That's that's your show.
Some memes have arisen from things that Rob sees that he can't post for himself.
All right, you're driving in your truck, right? You're driving in your truck. You have a conversation with someone on the phone. You're recording that conversation. That conversation is fucking incredible. It's you in your truck doing you. It don't matter as long as you keep it some sort of geek oriented. It's there, man. It's on the channel. You could listen to the audio whenever. Just go to the fucking podcast channel and download it.
We have to be careful because they got a pretty tight policy on electronic devices while the vehicle is moving. That's instant termination.
Wow. What? How? Really? Honestly, I gotta hear.
It's well, you can think about it. We get caught with a mobile phone or anything like that in our hands going down the highway. It's a $3,500
because you're driving. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's a $1,000 fine for the company.
How would they catch you? Do
Ouch.
they have video in the cab?
No, but if another driver or somebody from sales or management or somebody drives past and sees it, or we get pulled over, then you're done. Like, we actually had a driver. Now, this is stupid on his part. He had his phone in a cradle, was watching a movie going down the highway, and a state trooper saw him. They didn't even let him take the truck back to the terminal. They sent safety out to get it.
How does a state trooper see him when he's 17 feet up in the air?
Because the stupid ass mounted it right in the corner of his dashboard by the fucking window because he's an idiot.
All right. I mean, I get it if it's dark and the light is pretty.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, it was mounted like the way the truck window comes down. The driver's side window, it was mounted in the corner on the A-pillar right by his steering wheel. So it was right there in plain view of the window. You could have stood outside and watched the movie with him.
He sounds like a genius.
Oh, he's a bloody fucking Einstein.
Wow. I didn't even think about that when I said, do a show like that. I didn't even think about your repercussions of being especially nowadays. I'm surprised they don't have like fucking electrodes on your fucking titties and your heart.
We're one of the few companies
monitor your heart rate so you don't fall fucking asleep.
We're one of the few companies
attached to his nipples and jumper cables.
Whoa, one at a time. Who's
that's because it was so much fun, baby. Our company is one of the few that doesn't have the internal cameras, the cab cameras. We do have the wing and the dash cam for outside the truck, but they're pretty good about the way they treat the drivers. But you got to remember, my sales team is all over my area. Our safety guys are driving around randomly.
So how do you listen?
We don't even know.
So how do you listen to podcasts if you don't have a handheld?
Oh, it's in the truck. I just can't touch anything with it while I'm driving. Anything I touch in the truck has to be either voice.
So what do you pull over and just hit the next podcast when it runs out?
Playlists, man. I'll build a playlist for them.
All right. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I'll stop 15, 20 times or more a day for stops. If I got to change it, I can do it there, and then I take off after that.
Interesting, man. Interesting. I know a couple people popped in here, but I'm trying to keep it rolling. So much for quick intros. Yikes. Motherfuckers rolled up here like fucking Optimus Prime.
We got to get EE Prime for an intro, man.
We're getting there. Well, you know what? I'm going with the guys that showed up first, and I'm going to go with the guys that showed up whenever the fuck they felt like it.
Any love for Primal?
And next up, shout out to TY Prime is in the house. TY Primal.
That's that GT one, isn't it?
What up, Tyler?
Nice.
I finally bid on it, and I couldn't be happier. I also got the Perfect Effect Origins Leonidas to go with it. They look fantastic together, man.
And by the way, I just want to tell you right now, this guy's a big Beast Wars fan. But if you look behind him, you can see a G1 poster in the background.
Don't hate him because
it's the same one. It's the same G1 Decepticon poster that I have in my crib right now, man. So for him to go stunting about Beast Wars.
Let me explain. First introductions. Hi, I'm Ty. I'm a nice guy. Strictly Canadian cancer, but at least
I thought you were gonna keep rhyming. I was like, "Hi, I'm Ty. I'm a nice guy. I like to swap flies.
Yeah,
I eat my tuna on a bed of rye.
Yep.
I ain't any good in the sack, but at least I try.
When someone punches me in the face, I lay back, unconscious, looking at the sky. I got nothing.
Screaming, "Oh my!"
Screaming, "Oh my!"
Yeah, man, I'm a huge Beast Wars fan, and like just pointed out, I got the Decepticons
I pointed it out.
Poster in the background, because I too started with humble beginnings as just a casual pleb, but I've since
upgrade your internet.
Wars collector, the best of the best, cream of the crop here.
Yeah, you used to be a big Bruticus fan.
I still am a closet Bruticus fan. I won't lie. I love Bruticus is my favorite combiner. I once had 6 sets at one point, but have since liquidated it once I
shout out the closet.
But is that before or after the Zeta?
Collection.
There is good in him after all.
Liquid Therapy intro show.
You need to relax, Josh.
I am right now, man.
Yo, Josh, back it up. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, I also do a show called Stasis Lock. Shout out to those guys. Check us out if you like Beast Wars. Otherwise, yeah, it's pretty much me.
Well, yeah. Next up, the Blanos of the fact.
Oh wow. Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Walter,
How y'all doing?
Walter, why you laying down in Barry White mode? What happened?
Was he sleeping already?
Like a half hour ago, you were sitting up, you had your headphones on, it sounded good, and now you're in fucking Barry White mode. You're on the fucking cheetah comforter with your satin pillows, waiting for the sweetheart to come in. Nobody knows Barry White.
Put me in your mix, man. But
Am I
anyway,
the only one that knows Barry White?
No, not at all.
No, I know Barry White.
I got 3 kids that say I know Barry White.
No, I'm just laying back because my knee was giving me problems at work, so I'm trying to relax. And it was like a long week at work, so. And thanks for the show here for tonight.
Shout out to
I said thanks for the show here for tonight.
Well, thanks for being here, bro.
Thanks.
We just started, man. We're 40 minutes in, and we're still doing intros. That's fucking incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Liquid Therapy.
Yes. All right, we're gonna go to the we're around the panel, so I guess you guys know who the fuck I am. We're gonna go back to E Prime. He slid in here.
What's up, people? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. It's all right.
What's going on, people?
What are you drinking there, bro? You got some?
I am actually drinking a Guinness.
Nice.
Ooh,
Holy shit!
Well, change of place.
You definitely did not get to the. You didn't definitely buy that at the bodega in the corner store.
No. I was in Target today.
There's while you were in Target, you bought a Guinness. Yeah. Shout out to fucking New York, man. I was gonna say you definitely did not buy that from the corner store. There's no Irish beer in any corner store in Queens, by the way.
No, you'll find like the Tecate beers and whatever the fuck those.
Shout out to Ballantine, Mickey's, Old English, Old St. Ides.
St. Ides.
Yo, do they still got that St. Ides brew? Remember St. Ides brew?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god, that shit was like fucking. That was like fucking commercial Cisco back in the day, man. That shit was fucking garbage, man. Fucking wanted to punch somebody in the face and just stick your fucking the rest. Shout out to the fucking St. Ides fucking.
Put somebody in the face. Fuck no.
Yeah, it's real talk, man. That's fucking real Brooklyn shit, man. When you drank that shit, man, you just wild out.
Yeah, try to make it on time, but had to take the wife out for her birthday dinner and laundry.
Happy birthday to wifey, man.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Again, nice. 33.
Happy birthday. 33, and you're what, 47? That's awesome, bro.
I'm 40.
Nice, man. Yo, man, that's what I thought, man. I was all good with that.
Been together 10 years, going on 11.
Yeah, I was 32. She was 23. And then when she got to 30, she was like, you know what? I'm not wiping your ass when you're 50. I'm out. She was like, I'm out. True story, by the way. True story, by the way.
2 kids. She's stuck with me.
Yeah, well,
she can't go no.
Sure. That's what I should have done. I guess I should have planted a seed.
That's one way to do it.
I should have planted the seed to keep her.
Now then you got that whole child support problem.
I ain't fuck with that shit. Fuck that. I can barely support myself. Next up, the one and only, the masterpiece shit piece himself, Nicholas J. Funk Maya Brammer is in the house.
What's up, peoples? What you doing?
What up, man?
What's up, Nick?
All right, how far are you gone?
I'm fucked up, bro.
I can see the eyes. I'm looking at the eyes. I can tell in the eyes.
Hell yeah, baby.
You look like fucking Jackie Chan.
You'll probably see my lips moving and no sounds coming out, son.
Nikki Bram.
Dude, I just realized we got 3 of the 5 guys in here.
Jackie Chan.
We got 3 of the 5 of our guys in here tonight. If Sam pops in, we're basically going to overrun the show.
Well, I can't stay for the whole show, so I have to leave.
I need to hit up to
Not yet.
Some more stasis lock boys.
Quitter.
Well, I have to be back at the hospital by midnight, or I turn into a fat ass orange pumpkin.
Oh, you're not in a hospital right now?
Is that it?
No, I'm at home. They gave me a day pass.
Is that
nice.
is that on top of the fat ass pumpkin, orange pumpkin that you were before, or is that a different? Or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty much.
all right, man. Shout out to the 11 viewers that we got watching us.
Hello to each and every one of you.
I know. Saturday night it's odd night, and this is what I tell you guys. What I was telling Brammer the other day. You MP. I gotta say MPSP. MPSP.
Yes,
your MPSP guys. Friday is a fucking tough night. The weekends are really tough to draw in some fucking crowds. So you really need to fucking do your homework and get out there and bring in those fucking views. Like tonight is just like a fuck around, man. Saturdays are really fucking hard.
Wait, Nick, he said we need to do
Everybody's out.
homework. Did we? Are we doing homework now?
I've got your homework, Rob.
Oh boy!
Don't you worry, sweetheart.
Hey man, it's all about generating views
I
and
didn't
sales.
sign
Get
up
out
for
there.
this shit.
I'm trying to push the sales force.
Whatever
out
it
there to
takes.
make it happen, but
That's right.
fuck you and watch us. But yeah, Fridays, the weekends are fucking tough, man. Yeah, Mondays are tough enough for us on Enter the Realm. Like we're having some hard time with fucking footballs back in and wrestling and all that bullshit, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Wrestling doesn't count.
Wrestling, no.
Uh-oh.
Fuck that wrestling. All right, man. This weekend is a New York Comic-Con.
Yeah.
As we all know, and we all know some people have been there and we've seen all the releases. We're not talking about the releases tonight. I was hoping maybe like tonight we could talk some comic books. Something about comic books. Guys, I was always a big comic book fan and grew up on comic books, and I'm old school. I'm a little bit older schooler. Like my first comic book that I bought was probably like 82, 83, like old school X-Men shit.
Yeah,
That's how I got into it. So that's how far back I go. And of course, we got the ages are varying from old man to middle age to somewhat middle age to even older man. That's me. Here on the panel, but I don't know. I just came up with an idea, like we could talk about old school comics and whatnot, and like if we could all agree on what comic books that we or a comic title or whatnot. I have a bunch of comics on my hard drive. I could screen share, and I thought, what's the biggest thing that you guys love about comics? What drew you to comics? You read the story and you had your favorites, but when you were looking on the rack, what was the first thing that brought your attention?
Artwork, man.
To me,
artwork.
The cover brought you in. So I was thinking maybe tonight we could just go through some titles, look at some artwork from the covers, go through some covers, and talk about artists and what can draw you in. If you're old school, if you read old school comics, what did you like about that? Just an idea. I'm pitching it to you guys live. You guys could say, go fuck yourself, Dust. We're just going to talk about, MPSP coming to the Realm of Collectors Network, or, I got nothing else. Gary moving, but
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Rob moving, but it was just something that I thought about the other day. I'm like, man, I got an idea if we're gonna do something on Saturday other than just us fucking kicking it, chilling.
Well,
but
Dust, I like what you said. I'm not.
Gary's on.
Yeah,
What's
I'm
up,
not.
Gary?
be quiet.
I'm here.
What's up, man?
No, what I was going to say was I like your perspective because I'm not a huge comic guy. It was kind of sporadic for me as a kid, kind of as an adult. But without the comics, we wouldn't have any of this, stuff that we spend all this money on now in terms of the search for the ultimate version of the character, right? That we always talk about in all these different shows.
You're absolutely right. And you know what the good thing about is, like, a lot of this stuff that's coming out now is from the era that I'm from. Just happens. Your 90s, your late 80s, early 90s, and whatnot. Your Marvel comics, And I don't know.
Marvel Legends, X-Men, what they've been doing lately. Yeah.
Marvel Legends, man, they're fucking killing it with the X-Men shit. I mean, if you guys want to go through Uncanny X-Men, we'll go through from fucking X-Men when the new team comes in. And you know what? Here's the thing. if we're screen sharing, I'm just going through fucking covers. It's gonna be like boom, 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 boom. Oh, I like, we're not gonna be spending 16 minutes on every fucking cover, and we're going from 98 to 400. It ain't happening like that. I'm just gonna keep it rolling. And when you guys see something or remember something, or if I remember something and we talk about something, we're just gonna. I don't know. It was just something. This is just something that I thought would be kind of a cool segment that we could start here and maybe progress onto a different platform with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Comic wise, with different titles and whatnot. So
actually, I got a quick question for you. I know you're a big X-Men fan, 90s. Do you regret getting out of Marvel Legends now? Now with everything that they're showing coming out.
No, because if I wanted to progress what they're coming out, I would have to buy a lot that was in the back. And this is one of the major reasons why I'm out of Marvel Legends. It would have cost me hundreds and hundreds of dollars to catch up to where they're going now. And I did not know. I didn't want to. I did not want to put my money into that to get there. You gonna get what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
Yo, Dust, I didn't get a chance to send you that thing, so don't buy the Marvel Select Beast.
Damn.
All right.
Okay. Let me take it off my Amazon wish list.
Word.
I'm cherry picking a lot of that shit anyway, so I'm not trying to go back. I'll tell you what. I
will still be collecting my selects as long as they look what I want and comic book accurate. And I don't look at selects. For me, selects aren't like figures, are like not statues, but posable art. I say posable art because Marvel Selects to me personally, and this is just me, and everybody loves Marvel Legends, and Marvel Legends are killing it. But what I like about Selects is like they're closer to the comic book. There's not much alteration. Like Marvel Legends would be like an altered version. You know what I mean? A little bit more of a futuristic version, but altered version. Like Selects kind of try to keep it as close as to that era. When they release. So that's what I like about Marvel Selects.
I don't know. Legends gave me a badass Carnage, so I'm pretty much okay with that.
Man, I mean,
dude, that Carnage.
I have been considering picking up the Marvel Legends Venom Wave.
Do it.
Oh, I can't bring myself to do that because that's just another wormhole.
You need to get that Select Carnage, boy, if you want a Carnage.
Yeah. I just got that.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
The selects aren't super articulated, but they look really good.
Yeah, man, it's all about the sculpt for them.
I was looking at the Revoltech Carnage and Venom.
Yeah,
they want like $70 a piece for that.
Yeah, man, that's a fucking. Wait
a minute! Didn't you pay like $200 for Dinobot?
Don't matter. It don't matter.
That's a real masterpiece.
Yeah. That's a masterpiece. When you're talking about action figure, just fuck around in your hand and throw it on a desk. That's a whole fucking
$200 is a lot.
I can't say shit, man.
This was the thing for me. It was like I had all these Marvel Legends that I've bought within a year, and I've been here a year. Stuff that I had from the old place to here that have been sitting on a pile, sitting in a box. And I haven't fucking touched it. And I sat there and I started calculating 20, 40, 50. It's like fucking $400 or $500 of shit in a fucking box that I haven't fucking touched or gave a fuck about in a year. So what the fuck am I doing with this shit? Get the fucking thing out of here, man. Get it. So I paid $500. If I get $200, I'm good. Get it out. Get the fuck. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going to fucking fall down it. And you know what? I'm not that type of guy that's going to sit here and like, pew, 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 pew. I'm taking pictures and playing. That's not me. It's not me. It was just to the point like I was an old comic guy. I'm like, oh my God, there's an action figure. I have to have it. I don't want it no more. And it was the hunt. I want to walk into a store and find it. Well, you know what? Now I'm going to walk into a store.
Instant gratification.
And look for these fucking figures. And if I find it, I'm going to say, yo, do you need this? Do you need this? So now I'm on the streets for you guys. If I can find it for you, it's yours. I don't need it anymore. You know what I mean? So I get more satisfaction for walking into a store and finding a hard-to-find figure for one of you guys, members of the realm, so I can say, you know what? I got this. I'm sending it to you. That just makes me feel better than having it sitting in a fucking pile in the fucking corner of my fucking room, which I'm never gonna touch anyway. Does that make any sense at all?
Sure does. Might be a good idea for that box though.
So I could still hunt. I could be on the hunt. I could get this instant satisfaction of finding something, but I'm finding it for someone else. So
it's altruistic.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Ty.
No, it's cool. I was just
I'm
thinking,
cutting you off again.
You got a whole box of shit that you're trying to get rid of. Why don't you do like a realm raffle thing at one of the cons? Just the whole box. Entries, $30 a piece, $40 a piece.
Because when you go to these cons, especially like NJCC, they're doing giveaways at the door. So they frown upon anybody else, a dealer, doing giveaways because they're doing giveaways. You get what I'm saying?
True enough.
So that's one thing that we wanted to do something for R.O.C. And we felt like if we did it for R.O.C. at NJCC, it wouldn't go over. So that's when we started donating prizes for the door prizes that they were doing. It just made perfect sense for that, you know?
You do raffles at ToyCon.
Yeah, ToyCon does raffles because of the ToyCon guys are doing it.
Yeah. Well, see, didn't they do some individual guys do raffles last time? Like one guy had that Ghostbusters whole.
I don't remember.
Figure set.
I don't remember.
I think. Yeah.
Well, either way, I thought a raffle would be a cool idea, even if you just did it online, like just for the
online
group, right? Like I don't know. I think that enough people collect the Marvel Legends that I feel like it'd be a good way to gain some revenue to put towards the next rock box, or whatever, like shirts and stuff, right? And you can just finally get rid of them all in one chunk. You don't have to part them out. So,
well, yeah, we'll figure it out. I got a couple left. I sold my Frogman. Fucking came in and swooped up a most of my shit, man. He was like, I'd never seen a frog with a fucking pair of wings on him. I'll take this. I'll take that. So yeah, this one's, you know, and like, and here's the thing, like I was so hot on selling them. If I was really so hot on selling them, they would be all gone.
Yeah.
So you know how you are as a collector. You're like, I want to get rid of this. I'm going to sell it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Next week. 3 weeks from now.
That's why I don't ever sell shit.
Man, you know, it's a slippery slope, and there's, you know, it's funny. It's like when you sell something and you say, I'm done with this, I don't want this, and then when you buy it back, it's like eating a slice of humble pie. And I just recently did that.
Yeah, I've done that
With
too.
what?
I sold Oculus Max Jaguar.
You did?
And yeah, I sold it a long time ago, and it's a great fucking figure. It's just I was just like, you know, it doesn't work. I can't have it on my fucking. If you have MP Soundwave, Jaguar, and your MP cassette bots around it, it looks fucking horrendous and ridiculous. I'm like, why do I have this fucking thing? There's no reason for me to have it. It looks fucking terrible. It's ridiculous. Well, you know what? And then they released the cassette guys, you know, Rumble and Frenzy. And I buy Rumble and Frenzy. Now I have Rumble and Frenzy in front of my fucking Soundwave. And there I have that fucking stupid piece of shit, 2.5-inch fucking Ravage sitting there like a fucking jerk off in the wind. I'm like, I can't fucking have this. This fucking thing looks fucking ridiculous. So I'm looking online. Everybody's sold out. Nobody's fucking having it no more. They just re-released it, but it's sold out. Some guy pops in the cafe. All right, I'm going to swoop on in. Good price. Pretty decent. A little bit under retail. I'm going to buy it. And I bought it. All right, so now I'm good. I have my fucking Ravage with my 2 fucking big-ass fucking cassette bots. I'm okay. I'm okay now. You know?
Are you going in for the birds too? Or are you?
No, they're way.
The birds are too big.
Way too big. In my opinion,
they're just too big.
In my opinion, the cassette bots could be brought down a little bit, like a third or a quarter. What is that? Quarter, third? I don't fucking. Just a little bit. Bring them down a little bit. Bring down Ravage a little bit, and it'll be perfect. But those birds, it was like fucking Sesame Street, man.
Yeah, they're a bit much.
Sesame Street. Hi, bird.
Hi, bird.
Hi, bird. way too fucking big, man.
Bird, can you tie me off?
So if you, yo, shout out to fucking Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's Snuffleupagus was a heroin addict.
Oh shit!
Hi, Bird.
Some smack, Bird.
You got some. Did you go to the corner and get that new batch, Bird? Testers are out, Bird.
Oh shit! Oh man,
are we ever gonna? I don't know if we're ever getting fucking Alex. We'll get there if we have to. But fuck it, yeah. But so yeah, I went out and shout out to the guy who sold Ethan on the cafe. He sold it to me, little loose, little floppy, some floppy joints, a little loose. I think he transformed it a little couple too many times, but the price was right, and I'm not getting it anywhere else. So it's gonna be back on the shelf, man. Honestly, man, you guys see my display. I got my fucking MP Soundwave. He's hitting the eject button. Laserbeak's coming out. I got the fucking Frenzy and Rumble right in front of it, and mode and like, I got like a fucking a 2.5-inch fucking sitting right there. I'm like, yeah,
got a puppy.
Yeah, I had to fucking. It had to be done, and like at the time when I did sell it, I didn't have the other shit, and I didn't know the other shit was coming out. So, I didn't need it, but now it's working. And honestly, it's the first fucking new Transformer I bought in a while. So, hey, I'm back on the block. Speaking about back on the block.
Oh,
shout out to Jenny's back on the block. Yo, the Bronx master himself. What's up, bro?
Jose.
Ooh, exhausted. Gary, what the fuck? Hold on. What time is it, bro?
I know.
He's got 2 minutes.
That's what Dave was saying in the chat too.
It's like talk.
Jose, he's a New Yorker now.
What do you?
Yeah,
he's a New Yorker now. That's what it is.
It is. I'm living that New York life. It's like 24/7. Go.
Look at that. Up late and shit. You're never fucking on this late past BTM. Shit.
It's all about the content and the company. Content and company.
What's up, fellas? I just came home. I saw the link was out and that you guys were live, so I'm hopping in. But I'm a little behind. I got no liquor in my system, so I'm gonna have to rectify that.
You better start fucking dropping it.
Grab something quick.
Just start doing straight shots for about 10 minutes straight, and you'll be all right.
Hey man, I got 2 beers just so I can catch up. So.
Nice.
Nice.
Let me tell you how far along I am. I'm on 15, bro.
Jesus, good grief.
So I may have to tap out.
I'd be in a fucking coma.
Harrigan BX is my tag team partner, not only in bed but on the podcast networks that we have.
Oh shit!
So shout out to the Realm of Collectors podcast network, where you're always
tag
teaming, motherfuckers.
That's right.
All right. So where we go?
Congrats to the MPSP crew also for being the latest addition to the network, the Rock Network.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yep. And Rob, sorry to hear about your puppy too.
Yeah,
man. I'm sorry, man. That's rough.
Thanks, guys.
This is the part of the fucking podcast where we catch up on the last hour of the podcast. How was NYCC, man?
It was great, man. It was fucking great. I had a good time. I got some pretty good content. I ran into Gort. Gort over there.
Gort was there.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We got to chat it up for a few minutes.
Gort's so skinny, you could blink and miss him. What the fuck did? Oh,
he thought he was a poster.
Yeah, I was trying to keep my eyes peeled, man, for anybody that I knew. But I mean, so many fucking people in that place, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I wish I fucking went, man. I was always thinking like, man, I had Sunday off. I can go. I'm like, nah, I ain't fucking. I want to rest.
Yeah, Sundays.
If you work where I work and live my lifestyle, man, you get a Sunday off. You just want to stay in your house, man.
Yeah, Sunday is the day of rest too. I'm sorry. I keep fucking rock rolling you. Welcome to the fucking.
No. My bad. Keep it on. This is the first time he's live, man. Yo, this is the first time Eric is live, so just keep fucking rolling on him.
Break him in right.
Get him used to it.
Get him.
Eric, that's why you got to get one of these big son bitches right here, because then they can.
Yeah. But this was the first year I missed it in years.
I went out and got myself some professional equipment too. So I got my my MIDI and a professional mic and everything. And let me tell you, it feels a lot better than having just a headset in.
Nice. You start working on music too?
Now people can hear my annoying ass voice crisply. Yeah, I'm still doing music. Actually, I'm doing a project with one of the Blackout and Shout dudes. We're doing a music project together, and I don't know, I'm working on some solo stuff too. Hopefully I can get something out so I can show something for it. But yeah, I'm just having fun, man. I'm like, when I do music now, I'm just doing music to have music.
Hi, my name is Eddie.
What up, Eddie? Hey, man, let's do something together then. Come on.
I sent you something.
You sent me one beat. All right, listen. I'm gonna freestyle all over it.
All right. You know. The last time someone said that to me was Nathan Haskell, and I sent him 150 beats, and I've been working with him for 5 years since.
I'm waiting for the other 149 beats.
I'm not. Because you know what? Everything that I've been working on is going to him. So you gotta fight his ass. You know, everything that he says, if I pass on it, I may want to use it later. I'm like, well, you know what? That's not going to work for me because I work with more than other people than you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's not all about Nate. So it's funny. He's like, what happened to this one? Oh, yeah, I sent it to this guy. Why'd you send it to that guy? Because you didn't respond to me. But, you know, I usually just put it in the fucking backpack. Well, fuck your backpack. I need to do shit now. You know what I mean? I like my shit to be done now. I don't like to fucking forget about shit, you know?
Yeah, man. Well, listen, you got any like Beast Wars type beats?
Yeah, sure.
I'll write a whole mixtape about Beast Wars.
You know what? I'll work tomorrow. Like boom, boom, Beast Wars. Do it. Beast Wars. Beast Wars. Beast Wars.
Am I supposed to rap right now?
All you gotta do is rhyme right now. I'm beatboxing. Beast Wars.
I'm shy in front of a camera.
All right. All right. So shout out to the comic segment we're not doing. So
actually, I have a question for all the comic nerds in here because like I'm not too big into comics. I enjoy reading them from time to time, but there's a lot of people who are lifers when it comes to certain story arcs, especially the IDW Transformers and X-Men and a lot of Marvel stuff, right? So I have a question for the comic fans. Like,
no, we don't live in our mom's basement.
No. It's nothing like that. What is more important to you, for an IP to start in comic form, or to start as something else and then elaborate in a comic form?
If the story's good, it don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't have a. Doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. No. I think the big thing when it comes to that, like with comics and media, I think we had a conversation like this on a VC recently, but I always feel like you always know things are going to change. So, you know, if you read a comic book and they adapt that comic book to a movie, that's right. Fucking right. I just gave the initials. I'll do the full shout out later. No, but if they always change the medium. So if you're reading a comic like X-Men, and then they make a movie, it's always going to be different from what you see in the comics. So with that understanding, as long as those movies are good, doesn't fucking matter. And if a movie is dope and it gets made into a comic book, even better. They did that with John Wick. Yeah, they started a John Wick comic due to the popularity of the film. So
yeah, look how this fucking blew up.
Yeah,
the comic isn't even that fucking good. The movie is fucking incredible.
Those movies are dope.
Yeah, and like for me, I bounced back and forth. Like I started with Transformers on the G1 show, and then I read the comics later. X-Men, I started on the comics. G.I. Joe, I started on the comics. And went to other forms of media and whatnot.
Well, let's face it, man. Like back in the day, that was their way to fucking introduce the toys. You know, they came out. How we have a toy line? How can we market it? The comic book was big. Comics were big. And then once Reagan lifted the fucking curtain, TV shows, we got animated cartoons.
Still garbage off.
You know, and like honestly, man, if you look at, you know, the G.I. Joe comic was what 82?
82.
Yeah,
82.
And
82.
like they started those comic book promo cartoons that wasn't a cartoon, it was a commercial. Was like 81, 82, which introduced that next issue. And then when Reagan lifted the fucking ban, they're like, fuck it, man. Those fucking little interludes fucking killed. Everybody loved it. We're gonna do it. Was the same animators. That's what's fucking crazy. They just went with it, man.
Yeah, it was Sunbow.
Yeah, Sunbow. Yeah, it's just like fucking the sun just came out and said, "Go with it, bow with it, bow with it, Sunbow, bow with it. Just do it." So shout out to fucking Ronald Reagan, man. So you know, if it wasn't for Ronald Reagan, us '80s babies wouldn't have the shit that we do have now.
That's the truth.
AKA crack. AKA crack, Voltron,
how golden the Reagan years are.
You know, so shout out to Ronald Reagan and the Reagan years. Without Ronald Reagan, we wouldn't have crack and fucking Transformers.
Now, see, I took that dare class when I was in grade school, and I distinctly remember him talking about shit you smoke, shit you pop in your pills, and shit you stuff in your veins. I don't ever remember him saying a damn thing about the shelves.
Rob
Classic crack.
But Rob sold that in Dare. They were like, yeah, you can have you a good old-fashioned cigarette, but don't smoke that funny stuff.
Yeah, right. It's that wacky tobacco, man.
The wacky tobacco.
The jazz.
I've seen ads of what they used to call it, but yeah.
The devil's lettuce.
Hey, while we got
The devil's lettuce.
while we had a moment of silence. Hey, Dakota, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, I didn't know. Like, I checked the Facebook status, and I was like, "Where's it at?" Yeah, I didn't see anyone else want to hop in, so I was like,
"It's in the Facebook group."
Time to go into a food coma.
It's a little further down though, so somebody needs to comment on that shit so it can get bumped
you
up.
know what? You know what, Jose? I'm here, so I don't need to do that. So somebody else needs to do that because you know what? I'm here. You know.
Hey, we got a full roster now, boys.
I'm 16 years in, and this is where I'm at. So this is what we're doing. This is where we're going. This is where the ship. This is where the ship is headed.
I just got me a little
right into the fucking sun.
Look at all that bed hair.
Wow, look at fucking.
Look at the size of that forehead.
Yeah, man. This is fucking, Jim Morrison is joining us, ladies and gentlemen. He's gonna give us a little story about waiting on the sun, or how's the Lizard King?
I knew when I wrote that it would be a #1 hit record.
Dude, man, you're out of fucking control, man. Out of fucking control.
You like this shit, man? You like that mane?
What? Do you have no? What's going on? I don't. Why?
I got tired of fucking shaving it every
you
other
got
week.
tired of life. It looks like. I love you, bro.
Guys, relax. He's the jambalaya Jesus.
Dude, man, I can't. Yo, you coming to TFCon?
I don't know.
You better be, because I can't wait to cut that shit off.
Don't you come at my
Dust
locks.
Dust Mice is coming with clippers. I'm coming with clippers.
No, dude.
How far are you gonna let this go, man?
I used to have it down to the middle of my back.
I know. I've been watching you for like 7 years. I know.
Yeah.
Then he got tired of the boys pulling it so hard.
Yeah. I am actually. It's funny. It's funny because I am tender-headed. But yeah, like in high school, I had it down to the middle of my back, and then I started shaving it when I turned 18.
And that was his pubes.
And
started getting caught.
And so I just decided, fuck it, I just want to grow it out again. I want to see if I still got it, because like genetics tells me that I'm not gonna have a full head of hair too much longer, so I just want to enjoy it.
Yeah, well,
ladies and gentlemen.
So what I had to do.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why it's all here.
How does one check the genetics? Is there an app?
Well, you look at the men on both sides.
I'm just saying, is there an app for that?
There's not. That's old-fashioned detective work.
Ancestry.com.
You gotta go through some. You gotta do some old-fashioned detective work.
Ladies and gentlemen, watching and listening at home, Dakota is the Alex Jones of the realm.
Well, you see, whenever you have all of these, all these
he's the
globalists,
Jim Jones of the realm. Who's outside?
Thank you for allowing me in this
Who's
transmission. I
outside
appreciate
waiting
it.
for a ride from a jet airplane?
Nick, don't remain silent.
Who's outside waiting for a jet airplane?
Who's that? Let me click on them.
The drones
EE.
after all, Alex.
EE Prime has to be the dude from Queens.
Oh, is it EE Prime?
Mute him.
You're fucking muted, bro. Oh snap! You got muted. Yo, he's right on. What's he?
Muted. Hell, looks like he got abducted.
Yo,
That's right. He was taken by the lizard people.
He's right under LaGuardia.
They
right?
got him?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yo, Jose, is he under LaGuardia?
He's JFK.
Oh, he's closer to JFK. So he's like Howard Beach. Are we allowed to say Howard Beach anymore? I don't know. With all the things that are
That's where the frogs are migrating once they turn gay.
The frogs are becoming homosexuals by drinking fluoride in the water.
Interdimensional vampires, child army.
Can I get one of the Alex Jones to shout out Energon Addict in the chat?
Do what?
Who cares?
Shout out Energon Addict in the chat.
Dude, don't put me on the spot like that.
God damn it.
With your little,
if there's a spot open, maybe you could jump in, but fuck him.
Dave Energon Addict.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. All right, man. So here we go. We're done with the outros and intros. Where were you going here tonight, guys? You want to do the comic idea, or do you want to just
talk about comics, man?
Do you want to just fuck around and bullshit and whatnot?
Dude, I jumped in like at the end of the intros. Holy shit!
This
is most better.
Started 2 hours ago,
bro. Every time I was like, yeah, we're going. When I first started this, I was like, yeah. The intros are not going to be like anything that we've done before. I'm going to be like this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Oh God, this. We talked about Josh's leg, and this guy with his move, and this guy's got a fucking raccoon that lives under his house, and this other guy's got fucking this, that, the other thing. Blah, blah, blah,
3 hours later.
All right, we're done. I'm going to fucking shut this off and start a new show.
Well, thanks for coming.
Well, it's been good.
Welcome.
Thank you for allowing me on some platform.
Hello. How are
This is
you?
the longest I've been on the air in at least, 6 weeks.
So I don't know, man. I kicked out the idea of going through some comic covers. If that's what you want to do, we could talk about artists and things like that. Or we could just bullshit about, what you guys want about comics and collecting and whatnot. So just let me know what you guys want to do, man. This is all about you guys, man. It's not about me. It's about you guys.
Well, since EE Prime just got back from his abduction, let's let him choose.
What happened?
All right.
You got to do the voice.
Great idea.
Can you hear me?
Thank you.
Walt.
Can you hear me? There
Walter's
we go.
engaged, and since he saw a pack of Newports.
What am I choosing right now?
You sound like shit.
Yeah, he does sound like shit.
Man, I heard myself tell you sound like shit.
I'm glad that Jose said it because,
Goddamn.
Jose ain't got any drink in him. He's all out of
That's... Cheers.
Oh my
Still
God.
sound like shit?
Yo, what the fuck is wrestling right now?
Mute yourself.
It's happening again. It's taken them 16 years with globalists to finally attacking again.
I mean, if you want to go through some covers, I'm just gonna name. All right, I'm gonna name off some comic collections that I do have in my digital collection. And when you see something like, hey man, we can talk about that, like Alpha Flight, a Black Panther.
Some covers.
What's that?
Let's go through some comic covers. Screen share?
Covers, yeah. So I don't know if you guys want to keep it X-Men related or whatever. Hey, Savage Dragon.
Oh.
Yeah, but you know what? It's all going to be Eric Larson.
Eric Larson.
Eric Larson's a crisis actor.
I mean, think about your Hulks, your X-Men's, your Uncanny X-Men's, and man, I got a wide variety. So I just want to see what you guys want to. I mean,
the uncanny shit. That's where I cut my teeth at the X-Men.
You want to go? You want to go to some Uncanny X-Men?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it. If ever
It's funny. It's funny. I just started from the, not really the beginning, but like the real beginning. Like I just got done reading Dark Phoenix again today.
Oh man, that's a fucking great the John Byrne stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that Dark Phoenix was good. Do you like how they flipped it in the X-Men cartoon? Like when she destroyed that solar system, it was uninhabited in the cartoon, so nobody died. But in the fucking
in the
comics,
book, it was like, hey, you killed 5 billion people, you psychotic
Billions.
bitch, and she was like,
Scott. What was the episode of a comic where I don't remember.
Any better now?
Yeah, keep talking. If you guys want to start with the X-Men, we could do that.
Yeah, so what years was it when the X-Men kind of changed those costumes into like that 90s look? Was that like 92, 93, or was it earlier than that?
We're going further back than that, my friend.
Yeah, that was 90s.
We'll get there.
91.
Like Wolverine had that tiger stripe suit like since the early 80s.
There. We will definitely get there, my friend. We'll definitely get there.
Are we gonna look at the ones where they're all like in the same costume, like the same? Like,
no, we're not going that early.
The matching unitards.
That's
exactly.
I just went. I went through,
the ponchos.
and we're gonna go start with X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, Volume 1, episode, comic 88, which is pre. It was pre, new X-Men of that era. So hold on, I need to take this down here because I'm looking at you guys in the volume. I remember,
you guys hear me any better right now?
Yes, you sound a lot better. Hell of a lot better.
There we go.
Much
remember,
better.
I'm 17 beers in, so let's see where we're gonna do this.
We can do it on the couch, Eddie.
Hey, Dust, I think you need to go get your Professor X off the shelf for this.
Nah, I'm good.
Montage.
I'm good. All right, I'm going to share, and where am I? I'm here. You guys see that? We're going through the volume of the mixers, and
Jesus Christ, clean your fucking desktop up.
Well, I'm working on a new project. Whenever I work on a new project,
what are you fucking 13?
No. Whenever I work on a new music project, that's what it looks like, bro.
This man lives in a literal swamp, and he's giving you shit for being there. Don't listen to the hate.
Are we all here? We can see this?
Yes.
I can see this. So we can see X-Men 88.
Oh, shit.
And this is basically what they were doing after the X-Men didn't last long. It didn't go. The original title didn't work. It went a certain matter of time, and then they just started reprinting over and over old stories with new
5 issues roughly.
Yeah. Yep. And they just kept going and kept going and kept going. Oh man, what? I'm sorry. I need to remember to hit Shift L. And so basically, this is what we were getting. They were basically X-Men reprints. Well, I wasn't getting because I wasn't there, but I wish I was there. This is the old team, going through the last minute stages, which were reprinted from 30 years ago. So
yeah, that was what Archangel and Cyclops and
it was your basic X-Men. Your basic X-Men team was Angel, was Cyclops, was Beast, Marvel Girl, and Iceman.
Marvel Girl.
I was gonna say he ain't even think about being Archangel yet.
Oh, that's right.
That came a lot later.
That didn't happen until
but you guys gotta understand, like they started in the 60s, they went to a certain point, the comic book died, and they just didn't do new stories. They just reprinted the old stories. So like half the life of this comic book was a reprint. So like it just didn't do well. I'm trying to find Shift L.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I did not know it didn't do that well.
Yep.
That's the first time I'm hearing that. Wow.
Well, the reason why they wanted to do this was because back in the 60s with diversity and all
the parallels between Charles Xavier and Martin Luther King and Magneto and Malcolm X are uncanny.
So, shout out to Stan Lee and all those guys like trying to make a stand or trying to subliminally change the minds of the youth by putting these pro, or not even pro, it's like making you understand, like, hey, there's different people out there,
Yeah. A lot of the Marvel comics at that time were tackling like the social issues.
Yep.
At that time.
Well, and it's they seem to have always done that. Like, if you remember how Captain America came along, it was Joe Simon and Jack Kirby were like, look, this shit that this maniac is doing across the pond is insane.
Yeah, we need something to fucking put him in check.
Right. So, and it's could you imagine though, not just with that, but like even as far back as like the X-Men, could you imagine if the internet was around back then?
Yeah.
Like with how it is now, because now there's all these like ridiculous voices online. There's like, my comics, this diversity, it's killing me. But like that was like comics was founded on, on doing this kind of stuff.
So basically, this was the last issue before Giant Size X-Men #1.
Which is still, how much is Giant Size X-Men going for these days?
Oh man, if you're looking at graded,
it's
no way. A couple grand?
If you're like 9.8 on a CGC, locked in a fucking box, you're talking like 4 or 5,000. If you're looking at like a raw, maybe near mint, probably about 2-3.
For a 9.0, it's 2,900.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
See, that shit's wild. Like I've never really been about grading books. I get why, but like that's a rabbit.
I'm not a fan of the. I'm not a CGC guy, man. I'm not a fan of locking your fucking comics in a fucking carbonite block.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, like, it's so much different with toys because AFA people are take it or leave it. But with comics
AFA
guys,
people.
it's like I want that 9 point whatever. I want that 8.9. And I'm just like, you guys are nuts. I just want to touch the fucking book.
You know what?
I want to read it.
This is basically what happened. Was comic books reached a plateau. The money, they weren't getting higher. They were getting lower. So someone came out with a fucking way to make comic books cost more. You know what I mean? This is basically what it was. Comic books were getting to a point where it just died, and some asshole said, "We'll throw it in some plastic box and tell everybody we looked at it with a magnifying glass, and it's graded this, and you guys are gonna make it sell for $400 more than what it originally is."
Incredible Hulk 181.
It's fucking incredible, man. I'm not a fan of CGC books, man, or graded books. I'm not a fan of that.
There's a 9.8 graded one for 11 grand.
Holy shit! That's essentially perfect.
Giant size X-Men
out of the that's basically out of the box.
Yeah, it's out of your box. Get the fuck out of here, man! You're fucking nuts. It is. Absolutely.
That's what I tell fucking people. Someone's gonna pay that eventually.
You know what? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna take a comic book that I have, and I'm gonna send it to you. Pay $100 for you to tell me that it's $100 more than it's worth. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Basically.
So now I paid you $100. The book that was $60 is now $175. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for telling. Thank you for giving my money back if I want to sell this. Get the fuck
and
out.
You decide to get a Stan Lee signature, it's going to be more.
I know, man. I mean, don't even. You know what? I'm not that
Stan Lee signature on what?
On anything now, these guys. If you get a Stan Lee signature,
oh my nuts.
Oh, I thought you were talking about on Giant Size X-Men #1. I'm like, but
no, I'm just talking about even in general.
I was talking about getting Stan Lee on a Giant Size Dust Mites #1, if you know what I mean. But nobody.
I got a Giant Size X-Men.
Anybody here? All right. I mean, let's keep it rolling, man. Let's get with these covers here. This is the first actual issue of X-Men that was with the new team. This is after Giant Size X-Men #1. This is the old
Storm,
all different
Wolverine.
X-Men.
Yeah, that's where
Wolverine,
died,
Banshee. What's that?
That's where John Proudstory just died, wasn't it?
I thought he died in the Giant Size.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, he died. No, he was right here.
No, it was in that one.
No, that's Thunderbird.
Okay.
Not Thunderbird. Warpath.
Yeah.
Warpath
Thunderbird
came
was
along.
Warpath was X-Force. Thunderbird was Giant Size.
Yeah, well, they're both fucking Jay Proudstar, and they look the exact same. That's all I can remember.
Here they are going back. You know, and this was still they were testing the waters here, man. Testing the waters here. This was 97, great issue. Fucking if anybody never read this, this is Havoc versus Cyclops. They're brothers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so you know, this is a great cover. And if we're going to discuss episodes, we have to go from the cover. You know, and yeah, there's a lot of potatoes in between the pages, but
that's the thing with those older books, man. Those covers was what grabbed you.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
it was kind of like it wasn't like today. Like back then, it was like a preview of what's going to happen in this book.
Well, Dakota, this is exactly why I wanted to do this like little segment or fucking around.
Oh, dude, I love covers. I'm a
because
cover
you know
collector.
what, you know what's the one thing as a comic book collector when you walk into the store, you don't know nothing about. This is pre-internet. You don't know anything about the fucking comic book series, but you walk in and see a fucking cover. You may be a fan of the X-Men, you may be a fan of Spider-Man, but then when you walk in and see a fucking cover and you're like, what's this shit? I'm going to pick this up and fucking start reading it.
Exactly.
You know?
But
that's how I bought my first comic.
It acted like a little preview.
This is exactly why I wanted to do something like this.
This week on X-Men.
I think the cover of the comic is definitely like it's essentially putting the best foot forward.
Yeah.
If it's a good cover, it makes you want to read it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when think about this is like when you got a fucking great comic and the cover is fucking garbage. Like, I mean, there's plenty of times like I didn't buy a book. And like a year later, it'd be like, oh my God, this book was like groundbreaking. You didn't buy this? No, man. It looked like shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you're gonna go back and backtrack it and you're spending fucking 5 times the amount of that bullshit. But you know, that happened also. So, you know, continuing on at 98.
Wow, the Sentinel.
Oh yeah, this is when they were really pushing the Sentinels. And this was Dave Cockramont. If anybody I didn't want to say cock. Dave Cockram. Cockram. I said Cockram. I didn't say cock. I said Cockram. Relax.
Cockram. I don't even know him.
Cockram. I didn't even know him.
Yeah, he and Claremont together were just
all right. Let me see. I'm gonna scroll over. Yeah, this is and this is a title page. So we got Chris Claremont as a writer, Dave Cockman as artist. Sam Granger's inker. And you know what? And you know, a funny thing is an inker can help you or kill you.
Yep.
Yeah. Back in the day,
especially back then, yeah.
If you had a good inker, and you know what? And this is the one thing about McFarlane and Liefeld and Jim Lee, they had good inkers. So whatever they were doing was fucking enhanced. You know, I'm just saying, like, you know, so yeah, this is a pretty Marv Wolfman. Shout out to Marv Wolfman. DC Teen Titan extraordinaire, Marv Wolfman.
Being on the episode of Return of Optimus Prime there too.
Being on the editorial staff of Marvel back in the day.
They stay flipping back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those guys.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like Todd McFarlane. He released a video not too long ago about how he did a Wolverine cover on a DC board. Yeah. A
lot of people don't know these things either, man. They'll drop it like years later. So I mean, this is great, man. This is good stuff. It's totally a big change from what they were doing here. This is a big cover because everybody was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Love it. It's one of my favorite covers, and I liked it. I liked it too recently in X-Men Gold. That was one of the lenticulars for the Legacies covers, and I loved all those recent Legacy covers. The lenticular, it's like you have the old school cover and then like what it's meant to represent now. But yeah, I love that they homaged that.
Yeah, what this was like, they were basically saying like the new team is here and the old team is done, but why what's going on here? This is totally a cash grab, man. When you walk up to the fucking to your rack, you're like, oh my god, I used to love these guys. I'm starting to like the new guys. What the fuck is going on here? And when you read the comic, there's really not much going on to justify the cover. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, wow.
Look at that. I had to drop a quarter. That's all you had to do. Drop a quarter.
I'm going back. Excuse me, guys.
Now I'm running my card for like $50 each week.
Yeah.
And so here's a big cover. This is definitely $100 fucking book right here. This is where the X-Men.
Rise of the Dark Phoenix, isn't it?
Yes. Well, not Dark
Yeah.
Phoenix. It's just a Rise of Phoenix. This is where Phoenix came from. The X-Men went into a mission to space. They come back. The shuttle lands. I think it's in some sort of bay in Queens. Queens. I forgot where it was.
Yo, is that Storm at the bottom?
Yeah.
And,
why is she wearing what looks like a peg clip? She should be still on the shelf. Looks like a Halloween mask of her face.
So
that was her headwear.
Jean Grey was driving, flying the spaceship down, and I guess getting it back into the atmosphere. She was dying, and she used her powers to shield the X-Men, knowing that she was gonna die. And when they landed in the bay, she came out as Phoenix. So that's where we got this from. Anybody?
Interesting.
No,
it's funny. I've been rewatching X-Men the animated series too, and like they got that damn right in the.
They nailed that. The animated
really
series.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that series again. I haven't seen it in a long.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know what was good about X-Men the animated series? Like they picked and choose what they wanted to use, and they did it right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yet there was a bunch of bullshit around it. But you know, if you were an X-Men fan, you could be like, man, they did that, they did this, and they did that. But where the fuck did this bullshit come from? You know, but it's a cartoon, so they paid homage to that, man. And shout out to that VJ right that she's got going. It's pretty tight. She's got that moose knuckle going on right
Yes.
now.
Look, man, X-Men made me from a boy into a man.
Yeah, went out. So, you know, don't get me wrong. Shout out to 30 cents an issue, man. Wow.
Yeah, dude. And it's like full color, good artwork. I mean, especially for the time. I mean, absolutely.
I mean, if you guys really, we could also delve into, the issue art. And Dave Cockrum was also doing the art on the issues. And, you know, here it is. It's like basically he's painting a picture for you. Here it comes. It's back into your atmosphere and it lands. Everybody's like, oh my God, you know, it lands in the fucking ocean and she comes out. I am Phoenix. And like, what are they talking about?
And it's good, dude. Like that's the thing about these older books too, is like something was always happening. Like you could pick up an issue and guaranteed it was going to be entertaining and shit was going to happen. And it wasn't going to be like walking around talking in New York or
let me tell you guys right now.
Nonsense.
And this is something I'm going to point at right away. If you're a Chris Claremont fan, Chris Claremont loves to talk. His characters love to talk.
Yeah, they were very dialogue.
All right. So stay with me.
The characters, the
narrator. Look at the bubbles. Look at the voice bubbles going through these pages, right?
Mm-hmm. You got a lot of exposition.
Look at this. Look.
And I think it made it longer to read, and I felt like it was, books that are longer to read are well worth the money.
I love, I'm with you, man. Like, this is why I'm such a big Chris Claremont fan, because that story was told. Look at this. Look at this page right here, guys. This is fucking incredible. A bunch of guys
like that's why
standing around
in their
fucking civilian clothes, and it's a movie scene right here, man.
I can't wait to read the new X-Men Black Magneto because Claremont wrote that one. So I've been letting it sit. Like I want to read all the X-Men Black issues at one go.
Is that out yet to come?
Magneto is out. Yeah, Magneto is out right now.
Okay.
So, and then we got 4 more for the rest of the month, and then Uncanny 1 drops.
Yeah.
Well,
guys, I hate to cut you off, but I have to dip.
All right, later, man.
To head back to the hospital for the night. But
Take it easy, man.
thanks for having me.
Enjoy
All
your
right,
morning.
cool.
Josh.
See you, Josh.
Thanks, Josh. Enjoy your night, man.
Keep going,
Yeah.
man.
I'll catch y'all soon.
All right, later, dude.
All right, man. Jog on.
Keep it going with us, man. Keep it going with us. Let us know what's going on.
Absolutely.
Wow, I went really far back. I thought I was on point here. What? Yep.
All right, the son of a bitch is gone. Let's
Yeah, you're going backwards.
All right, he's out here. Let's fucking talk about legs. Hey, I got 2 legs and he don't.
Ooh. Juggernaut.
I'm still here, guys.
So is that the first appearance of Juggernaut?
No.
No. This is just he was back in the day. They just brought him back.
Stanley.
But you see how was it Claremont? Claremont is a very big scripted fucking writer.
Even the preview page for his books is just like
it's like
he's telling you a story. You're getting a good single story.
And that's
even
what
if it's a
Claremont, man.
thing.
Like he could give you get 12, 13 pages, and 12, 13 pages is like a fucking chapter and a half of a story.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I just and I mean, you guys know I love fucking old X-Men comics. Like the storytelling for me is like the Claremont shit, like what drew me in and just brought me in. It's like this was before my time. I came in with the Phoenix Saga, but when you look at those pages and you just see all those bubbles, like wow, you know what I mean? And like I never realized that until I started going back and rereading it. I'm like, man, this was like fucking 1980 or 70. Claremont was killing it, man.
I was always a fan of like his Charles Xavier as well. Like it wasn't the happy grandpa in the wheelchair that we get like later on.
He was tough. He was tough.
He was kind of fucking shady too. Yeah. It's like I don't know about you, Professor X.
Yeah.
When are you gonna turn on us? Like that's like I remember like that always being my question.
Yeah, here's another story arc with Black Tom Cassidy, which we seen in the cartoon, the Deadpool 2.
Right, oh yeah, Wade Wilson.
So it's funny how they put him in there. I mean, even just for shits and giggles, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
And 104, and this is a homage to X-Men 1. This is a homage to the first version of X-Men, and which had Magneto with the original team going after him in a bubble in the same kind of fucking thing, but yeah,
same posing and shit like that.
12. It sounds like 17 beers. We're still going here, guys. Well, if I could remember my shift keys. But this is where
Firelord.
They were going into a little bit more into the cosmic realm here. Realm.
Realm.
And this is where I think they were. I think this is where they're ramping up her. Like Phoenix being more cosmic and being more of a cosmic entity.
So I'm saying this is when the Phoenix story started to really ramp up.
Yeah, this is where it really started.
Yeah, and this is before they jobbed out Firelord to Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, shout out to Phoenix's tits, man. They're pretty tight, man. They're pretty pointy.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Camel Toes again.
Yep, shout out toes and titties.
Titties and toes.
I mean, this is still. I mean, honestly, man, when you go to the rack, this cover, it's still a fucking great cover, man. Like, why is Cyclops killing him? And then when you read the comic book, this never happened. Look, this is where they're going all full cosmic. You got the Star Jammers on your right.
Yeah, Star Jammers.
Yeah, man. This is basically this
Royal
was,
Guard.
What year was this? I'm trying to look on the side. This is 1977, right?
I was 2 years old. Holy shit.
With the cosmic shit, the cosmic shit. This is where Marvel movie is trying to go in right now.
Right.
This is where the Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe wants to go cosmic. So this is from 1977. You know what I mean? What year are we in now?
2018.
Yeah, I'm not. I know. I'm just. I'm just saying for dramatic purposes. This is where they're going. This is where
Gladiator's mohawk right down there in the bottom.
Yeah.
Hey Dakota, are you reading?
Gladiator was killing it, man.
Gray being back?
So it's
what?
With
What's
Gene
that?
Gray being back, I'm up here asking Dakota a question.
You're asking Dakota a question. You're echoing, and you're sounding like you're laying in your bed.
He moved his pillow. Walt, what was the question?
Shout out to moving your pillow. Hopefully, we'll get through this Uncanny X-Men before I pass.
I was asking him about Jean Grey.
Well, what about it? Are you talking about like older Jean Grey?
Yeah, older Jean Grey.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's been back for a minute.
Okay.
All right, we're continuing on with Cockrum. You know, a little bit more a fucking. Wow, look at Banshee. Banshee's like, take it, baby.
Yeah,
it's like
as someone who's seeing these kind of like for the first time, I just have to say there's two formulas that seem to work. One is, just a lot of characters out there, and the other is a cover with a lot of dynamic activity, and actions going on.
Dynamic activity.
1977, bro. A lot of
Storm's ass.
Yeah.
She's got a great ass, and Banshee's gonna give it to her.
I tried to articulate, and Brammer says it better, like in 2 words.
Bram, I'm sorry, Bram. What did you say?
I didn't say shit.
He said, "Who said Storm's ass?"
Oh, that was me.
Oh, all right.
All right. 109. This is a fucking pivotal issue right here.
Oh,
man.
Tyler, these are your people.
This is a really good issue. This is where Marvel fucking introduced yourselves to a government-controlled Canadian X-Men team.
It would be the Canadians that would control their
Yo, that's based on me in high school.
They were controlled, government-controlled. And it ties back to where Wolverine came from because he was Weapon X. Weapon X was a product from Canada, which was supposed to be the main part to start this team.
Tyler, when are you going to get conscripted into being Maple Man?
Well, hang on a second. What does it say there? You can't stop me, X-Men. Free healthcare always gets his man.
Nice. But you know what? That's a very, very pivotal issue, man. This is an episode, an issue that gets a lot of money, man. It's a really big fucking thing, and Cockrum was killing it. Let's see.
The real
Don
speech
Burr.
bubble.
See, was this the cover is still Cockrum, right? If you look at it, I'm trying to look. I mean, if you look like Burn to Cockrum, this has to be a Cockrum cover.
You know what that real speech bubble says on the inside, though? The inside of the book, it says "sorry."
I'm just trying to be if anybody can really. I mean, it looks
sorry,
like
he's just hitting Wolverine. Sorry,
I can't see any type of anybody. All right, great. Anybody can see any type of fucking.
Looks kind of like Burn. Looks
no,
kind
it definitely looks like a Cockrum cover. I don't think this is Burn because if you look at Burn art, look at Burn in here, man. You know what?
Go back. I think it's at the cover artist.
Burns got a wide head. He's got a long feature, and then when you look here, look at Colossus. It's very Cockrum. Wolverine's head is very Cockrum. So I can't tell if this is where it changed because there was a point where everything changed here. So this is definitely Cockrum. You could see the signature in there. And then when you look at John Byrne, the artist on the inside. So this is where shit starts getting crazy. Like, the artist, they had things set ahead for so long. And this is, I don't even have to see. This is definitely Cockrum. This is definitely Cockrum. So it looks like John Byrne took over in 108. Can anybody Google that?
One sec.
Or just
I'll
see
Google
what's
it.
up, man. Where's the staff at? So
What am I Googling?
Cochran was here for this issue.
Okay.
107. He was here for 107.
107.
108 has a Cochran cover, and John Byrne. I just want to see what's the first issue John Byrne took over. Does that make sense? Like what we could say, which episode of Uncanny X-Men did John Byrne take over? And it's not even Uncanny, yes. It's still the all new, all different. It was before it was officially Uncanny.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Nobody?
It's saying 108.
So 108 is when who?
When John Byrne started doing interiors.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's it right there.
Yeah,
that's
the Colossus and
1-8.
Mass.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, that's perfectly it. 108. So Cochran is doing the cover, and this is it, man. This is Byrne's first. I mean, look at this. This is him. The wide face, the wide jaw, the big head, the little eyes, the almond eyes. Everybody knows that. We all love that fucking shit, man.
Yeah,
I mean, look at this bottom. Look, I'm pointing at the screen if you guys can see it. Look at the bottom panels with Phoenix. Look at that fucking face, and wow, man, the hair. This is fucking incredible to me. Like that's fucking wow. That's early Byrne, man. This is early Byrne, man. It's fucking good stuff.
The early Byrne gets the worm.
Early Byrne gets the worm. Oh man,
Bars. That's what I'm gonna call the mixtape.
Well, I gotta fucking still do this. Wow, I'm all the way over here now.
And then
I'm over here now.
I'm over here now.
I was over here. I'm like, I'm over here now. So yeah, so 108 was when he started. I mean, honestly, I can't tell who did this, but it looks Cochran. The cover looks definitely Cochran. Just me. Just saying.
It could be Byrne aping Cochran.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he would do that, man. The interior is Byrne.
So you could look at it in the first page how he's drawing Wolverine's hair. It's not flared out like it would be later on.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about this cover.
Same as his mask there. His mask doesn't flare out much, similar to Cochran. So it looks like he was maybe, Byrne took time. Like that's early Byrne, like you said. So he took time before he kind of, where you could really recognize his artwork like that, like and be like, "Yep, that's Byrne."
I thought Byrne did a lot more X-Men than he did.
No,
he did other stuff as well.
Yeah, he's taking control right now. He gets us through a lot of fucking the whole fucking the Dark Phoenix era. He takes us through all that, man.
Yep.
He's just starting right now. This is where
he did Days of Futures Past and God Love.
Yeah, this is where this is right where when the Uncanny X-Men was taking off.
Yeah,
this is where everybody was like, "Oh my god, this is." Right here is where it turned a pivotal point where this is the book to buy. It's crazy like how it just jumped. And like look at the team right there, man. Look at that. And this is back. This is early days. Lalandra was there. Lalandra was there back in the day. It was like
and somebody said something about God Love Man's Kills. Byrne didn't do that.
No, it was Claremont. It was Claremont, and it was
Brent Anderson.
What the? That's right. Yeah.
I don't know why. I thought he was still part of that.
Dude, he only did up till 43.
Yeah.
How the fuck am I still?
That's a decent little run though from 108.
Fuck yeah,
it's a decent run.
What issue were we up to? I can't remember.
109, I think.
Yeah, we were 109.
All right, we'll get there.
The one with the Canuck on the cover. You're welcome.
What's that?
The one with that filthy draft dodging moose lover on the cover.
Yo, I just want to say though, look at this. Look at Captain Canuck right there. He jacked as fuck. You know why? He started his career as a superhero as a fucking lumberjack. Okay.
Dude, man, you know what? Honestly, man, like Alpha Flight is a great fucking comic, man. Great story, great characters.
I'd never liked
man.
Alpha Flight.
Totally underrated, man. These were basically the X-Men in Canada that was run by the government. They were government controlled, but they were the X-Men. And it was fucking a great story, man.
Yo, real quick though, that guy. Okay, so he's uppercutting Wolverine here. The guy on the left, who he's blasting with his freedom or free healthcare power.
Colossus.
That's Colossus. Okay, that looks like Captain Planet. Just saying. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. We're moving on.
Tyler's over here like Colossus is Captain Planet. Changed my mind.
For real.
Oh wow! Look at this. Anybody remembers? Anybody Pocket Pen Radio? I do. All right, so we're moving on, and this is Claremont and guest artist Tony Del Zungaga. All right, whatever the fuck, Tony got a check that week, and nobody gives a fuck. So this is a book that nobody gives a fuck about. So here we go. This is the first appearance of Arcade. X-Men, all new, all different. X-Men 111, 35 cents on the fucking tab. So if anybody knows who Arcade is,
Murder World.
Yeah,
I knew him from the video game that they made back in the day. X-Men Arcade.
I just knew it from just fucking reading the X-Men, man. And basically, he was like a carnival barker and ran some fucking special effect bullshit, mind-altering stuff, circus master, ringmaster type shit. Look at this! Look at
that! That's dope.
Wow! How dope is that?
Oh yeah!
Bro, protein shake Magneto right there.
Oh man, I forgot what issue. What the issue were we on?
109.
Yeah, have another fucking bleed dust. Have another one.
111.
I need to go backwards. Yeah, we'll only do covers. He said.
Yeah,
we'll only do covers. Here's 111.
Go.
So that's your first fucking introduction to Arcade.
Yeah, that's where we were.
So we're going 112.
Well, there's Captain Planet again.
Wolverine's face.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it's a fucking. Honestly, it's a generic cover, but there's a lot going on. You know, and Phoenix is still there, man. It's not Jean Grey, it's Phoenix. You know? Wow, look at this one. The day the X-Men died.
I actually remember that one.
You got Blue Beast, man. Blue Beast.
That shit didn't even happen in an X-Men comic.
Yeah. No, that was in the was it Defenders or
Nah, it was they had something like I want to say like Amazing Tales or some shit.
Really? I thought it was like a Defenders because he was like a big character.
Is this before he joined the Avengers?
After.
I don't.
He's been in and out of the Avengers.
Yeah, he was in and out. Like,
was he an Avenger back then?
Yeah, the Avengers roster was so crazy back in the day.
Yeah, it was stacked.
Still is.
Everybody, it was like anybody that's everybody or offshot character. If they wanted, the best thing about like a book about Avengers, the Avengers book was it was so well selling. They could put any type of B character in there and give them a little twist, and everybody would love it, and it would turn that character into like an A-level character. Man.
Yeah, dude, it was a book called Amazing.
It was like WWF, you know, like the WWE or WWF. You know, take a guy from the fucking the Boondocks and throw him into like the prime time, and let's see how he does. You know.
Yeah, it was a book called Amazing Adventures number 11 in 72, where he turned blue.
Shout out to Google.
Word up.
Sauron, man. Wow. You know what's funny about this cover, man? If I look at it right now, and this is from '78, and I know you guys are fans. Any Sam Keith fans out there?
Yeah.
Look at this cover real quick. Without the super extraordinary detail that Sam Keith does, it looks like a Sam Keith cover.
Yeah, it does.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Just look at it real quick. If you know Sam Keith, doesn't it look like without what like Sam Keith would like put like 85,000 hairs on Wolverine's arm, you know what I mean, like stupid shit like that. But honestly, man, this is '78.
Still only 35 cents.
Yeah, man. I started collecting comics when they were 35 cents. That goes to show you.
I don't think they were 35 cents when I saw it.
75 cents for me.
It shows you how old they was.
Yeah, I think there were like 50 when I started.
All right, this is anytime you get like a generic cover like that with a bubble on it, yeah, it's no good.
My dad still had long boxes full of comics from when I was a kid. Like he collected before I was even born.
Wow, side by side with Sunfire. This is where Sunfire was out of the group. If anybody remembers, Sunfire was one of the original new X-Men and left after like one issue.
Yeah.
So nice to bring him back. I don't know what's going on here.
Moses Magnum.
Moses Magnum. This is when black exploitation movies were taking off.
Yeah.
It makes the money. 78. This is a very big pivotal comic cover for the X-Men, man.
This is whenever Magneto took away Canada's healthcare.
Oh my god. This is definitely
that is fake news. Fake news.
Yo, man, this book is getting mad dollars, and I'm trying to get a good copy of this. I don't even care if it's fine.
What's so important about it?
I won very fine. It was Alpha Flight.
Oh, okay.
This is where the earlier version you saw Guardian. This was Alpha Flight, and look at John Byrne created Alpha Flight. That was his creation, and
Wolverine dead or alive.
we're just going through some fucking really quick here. And honestly, when you read this book, the book is shit. Honestly, the best thing about this book. Oh my god! Oh man, I fucked it up again. Shout out to 22 Beers. Is the cover, the fucking cover?
Got me thinking about. I need to get some early X-Men.
Is that a snowstorm? That's definitely Canada.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it moves into this, and this is where they have their issues.
The storm continues.
That's it, man. It goes right into this. Their first fucking and this is a Claremont and Byrne. This is when Byrne was trying to get into writing or plotting and whatnot. And this is where Byrne brought in his team.
So wait, those are the Canadian X-Men?
Yeah,
right there?
Is basically Alpha Flight is basically they're mutants, and they're run by the Canadian government. They work for the Canadian government.
So God, they look like a hockey team.
So you basically, you basically have the mutants that are governmentally controlled. You know what I mean? But they're not like, unlike the U.S. where they're like frowned upon, like mutants are frowned upon. Canada, they're like, hey, we could use this to our advantage, and they made a super team.
They really look like the Takasa Tony of X-Men, though.
Yeah. So
man. Shout out to Team Canada, Gold Rush 2002 back to back.
This is where John Byrne was was really pushing. Oh man, fuck you! I did it again. Was pushing his not just his art, but yet his storytelling to it, because he's Canadian, and these are some of his characters that he wanted to introduce into the book. So Claremont, him and Claremont were working together, and it's great. And anybody who owns a Marvel Select Colossus knows where this comes from. So if you have a Marvel Select Colossus with that big ass fucking spiked wall, now you know why there's a big ass spiked wall. This issue right here.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up, Gabe?
How's it going?
I mean, who just popped in?
Hey man, my name's Gabe. I'm a longtime watcher of the
What's
show.
up, Gabe, man? I'm sorry, man.
What's up, man?
I can't see you. We're just in the middle of fucking looking at comic book covers, man. And
Dude, that's why I jumped in, bro. I work at a high-end comic book store, and you're going through all this great Bronze Age Claremont Burn stuff. I had to jump in and check it out, man.
Awesome, man. Thank you. I'm glad you're here, bro.
I just gotta say, shout out to that library you got behind you. That is
yeah, no kidding.
I'm a big omnibus collector. Man.
I can't see this dude, man. I can't see him. Don't fuck with me. I can't see him. I'm in fucking screen share mode, man. Thank you, guy. Thank you very much for popping in. Anything you want to fucking add to this, man? We're just
popping in.
Popping in.
Drunk.
Shout out to
That's what it's all about, man. I got my gin and juice.
shout out to 19 beers, guys. 19 beers.
It was 20. It was 22.
It was
30
21
seconds ago.
2 seconds ago. Yeah, what happened then?
45,000.
Going backwards
5
now?
seconds ago. All right, so you're off the Christmas card lifts. You're off the Christmas.
You pissed 3 out. Three out.
I mean, I'm trying to keep this rolling here, man. We got a lot of hopefully not too far to go, but yeah, a lot of way to go. I mean, we're only on 122. We haven't even hit the dark fucking Phoenix era. I would like this to be like an ongoing fucking thing that we do, but you know, shout out to the guys that don't know, but you know,
I'd be in for this every time, bro. I'm telling
Oh
you.
my God, Dust! This is your own solo segment called "Blowing the Dust Off."
Yeah, you know what? Here's a segment.
Blowing the dust off.
Here's a segment
we'll
where I
take
hit
5%.
we're here to fucking button, and you're gone. By the way,
Salty.
oh my God, this is where
No,
if
I'm
you
your
bought a
Captain
Marvel
Canuck right
Select, you know where it came from. We're gonna keep it rolling. Arcades World coming up. We saw a little bit of early arcade in the beginning, and then we got a little bit more arcade right now. Anybody know who arcade is?
Murder World.
Murder World. We already did that.
Yeah, that was 42nd Street between 7th and 15th.
They need to bring back arcade. I think they could do a lot more for a character like that.
Yeah,
today.
nowadays.
Yeah, with
Nowadays,
technology and stuff.
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh man, like,
Same with Mojo too, dude. Mojo. Yeah.
It's not about.
They actually did. They brought back Mojo earlier this year, or I say this year, it may have been last year. But he played there was a pretty big 6-part crossover with Blue and Gold where Mojo was a big thing, and then they even kind of had he's still kind of there. Like he has his own news network now.
Yeah, dude.
Those
issues had
or
great.
television network. Either way. Yeah,
It should be like more like a YouTube channel for Mojo or tapping.
Well, that's the deal. That's the deal. Like the deal was like Longshot had his own, like that's basically what Longshot was doing. Mojo was about like classic broadcast, and Longshot's running around with all these cameras live streaming like it's YouTube or Twitch or something like that. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was like I gotta
Yeah, those issues had amazing Art Adams covers.
Oh
Yeah.
man, don't even get me on Art Adams. I love
bro.
that fucking dude.
He
That
does
fucking
signings
guy
at
is-
my signings at my store. That guy's amazing.
That fucking yo.
The lab. Sorry. Yeah. Go.
Arthur Adams is one of my favorite. I know I talk a lot of shit about my X-Men, and I love X-Men. Dust Mites X-Men guy. Arthur Adams is my favorite X-Men artist.
There is no new X-Men artist who's never been influenced by Art Adams.
His detail, his fucking angles, his color, the shading.
He draws
Arthur
the best
Adams.
women in comic books.
Oh, without a
Still,
doubt.
still.
The tits ablazing.
No, bro, his lips, his lips are where it's at,
Arthur
bro.
Adams' nipples are on point, like a sniper. That's all I need to say.
When did Colossus start moonlighting as Mario?
He's got Lennon right in the middle of the fucking outfit too.
I mean, I don't even remember this fucking
with the fucking hammer and
This
sickle.
is not one of the
Yeah, this is a forgettable issue.
Yeah, this is one of those that you're like, fuck it. Wow, my computer is bugging out. No.
Just to backtrack, the last time I remember seeing arcade was Avengers Arena. I think I haven't seen anything from them since. That was what? How many years ago did they do that line?
3 years ago, I would say.
Nah, I think that's older than 3 years.
No, it's about
Avengers
4
Arena.
or 5 years ago when they were doing that arena stuff. Because that was after Avengers Academy and everything.
Yeah.
1979.
Also, has Apocalypse, has he returned yet? That's another.
He's
Not-
coming back. He's coming back for the
99.
new Uncanny.
Okay.
Yeah, the new Uncanny, and
He
there's
came
like,
back in 65.
Oh, I thought Walter was talking about
It
right
was
now.
no, it was a Marvel. It was a Marvel comic all about Apocalypse, and the hashtag in it, because back in the 50s there was a hashtag in the comic. It said "fuck Walt."
Thank you.
I remember that.
He said thank you.
He said thank you. I don't know. This is where the Phoenix was ramping up, man. And
There's a classic cover. That 126, bro.
Oh,
that
my
looks
God.
good.
It's a Cockrum cover, man.
Up to 40 cents an issue.
This is where I was saying, like, when Byrne took over, they were using a lot of, like, to me personally, they're using a lot of old school Cockrum shit that was banked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, if we look at this issue, it's definitely, hopefully I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's a Byrne issue.
It's the first appearance of Proteus too.
Yep. So they were still holding on to the old, to say for cover wise. So,
well, one thing about the cover is, like you said, it's Dave Cockrum, but it's also Terry Austin inking them.
Yeah,
and
well,
Terry
yeah,
Austin really smoothed all it out. Oh,
he
yeah.
turned it, like we talked earlier, like you could be the best pencil in the world, but your inker and your color could kill you.
Oh, there's a big difference. Terry Austin was inking John Byrne, and then later on when Byrne was inking himself, it's two different environments for sure.
Yeah,
but like if you don't have a good inker in your squad, it could kill your art, man. Like we could see that, like like oh, this was a McFarlane issue, like early McFarlane. Like, wow, that's McFarlane. That shit looks like shit. Like that's garbage. Like where's the detail and all that shit? Like when you read like McFarlane, he's like inking his own stuff. He's got certain people working with him. He's a colorist. Like,
or you can even go as far as to thinking about Kirby having Joe Sinnott inking him versus Don Heck versus even.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know the story about like Vince Colletta, but there's this huge experience difference. And Vince Colletta erased half of Jack Kirby's pencils, anyways.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Like you had an inker that's erasing the drama from the picture.
Yeah.
Like,
these people in the background, we don't need that. Just ink all over it.
'em. They're out of here. I'm gonna put this cloud of smoke there. Fuck
seriously,
you.
just everybody on the panel. I know I'm new here and stuff, but seriously, go look up Vince Colletta and like the story behind that. There's gonna be some comic book history dropped on you, man, for real.
No, man, honestly, man, thank you very much for popping in and adding in, man. We're just having fun, man. Just going through the virtual long boxes.
Gabe,
where's your store located at?
Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, you're far
South
from
of
me.
Vegas.
Have you guys ever heard of a band called
from me.
What was that?
Have you guys ever heard of a band called System of a Down?
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the drummer's the owner of my store. He's my boss.
Oh damn.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my whole personal life is a System of a Down.
So tell me about it.
So is he a psycho or a groupie? And is he cocaine crazy? Like these are facts. I need facts right now. I'm gonna start clapping my hands.
Why did he leave the keys up on the table?
Not live online.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Why did he leave the keys
I'm
on
gonna
the
keep
table?
going until someone says, "Hey."
Just keep going, yeah. Proteus.
Hellfire Club.
All color comics. What's this? Is this a Canadian issue?
Yeah, that cover looks good.
It's a John Byrne cover. That's why.
Well, you skipped go back one, bro. Go back to 128.
Everybody was talking.
Yeah, so but that's 127. This is the only time they've ever used Proteus, and Proteus is one of the only people to ever scare Wolverine. Like he fucked Wolverine's mind up when he manipulated his body and everything.
They didn't give him a form. They just gave him a cloud.
Yeah.
So it's good stuff.
Is he Canadian?
Is that Austin? Austin did this, right?
Yeah. Austin's been was John Byrne's inker forever.
Yeah, man. Austin and Byrne, man, that was like fucking, Larry and Balky for Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, but they got beef now, kind of. They got a little bit of static.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow, what the fuck?
Yeah, just
Even
one of those
Comic
things.
World got beef, man.
Dude, you don't even know. Well, I mean, it's not even that bad, but it's just one of those things where Burn believes his own hype. You know, like that guy. Really
Well, you know,
his own
Burn
hype,
is
man.
definitely. I could definitely see him on a fucking pedestal.
I want to hear this story.
Like most of the
Pulling up
time,
a 4-door Toyota Camry with fucking squirt guns full of ink, having shootouts and shit. Comic World got beef. This shit's serious. Comic World got beef.
Shit, Mark Wade's being sued.
Yeah,
by comics, I saw that.
Diversity in comics. Yeah.
He's being sued by that guy?
He is for
what?
Interfering with his contract, quote unquote.
Oh my god.
It's a whole big mess.
All right, I'm just gonna keep it moving here, man.
Move it, man. We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah,
comic
man,
nonsense.
come on. Oh my god.
Here you go, first Dazzler, son.
Dude, man, look at them thighs, man. Oh man, I'm all up in them.
Look at that jumpsuit, bro.
God,
Thick thighs, save lives.
I do. You know what? I do not own this issue, and then I wanted to get it, and then they talked about one of the new Marvel X-Men movies. Like she was gonna be one of the characters that were gonna be in the movie, and the fucking price just fucking jumped up, like for a near mint or a very fine, just went out the fucking window for me. I'm like,
I think I have a 9.6 at this. I know you hate CGC, but we have a 9.6.
Yeah, man. Well, let's talk reality here, guy.
I'm telling you, dude. Hey,
reality.
Hey, man, I sell $1,000 CGCs.
Yeah, man, I'm awesome, man. I love it, man. Enjoy it, man. Do it.
Yeah.
But you know, I just fucking missed out, man. I wasn't paying $30 for a fucking $15 fucking book, man. And she's not even gonna be in the movie.
Shit, they're doing the same thing with this Venom. Like all this Venom shit's going on.
Look at that, 79, your first Dazzler right there.
I like how whoever scanned this is using a British copy to scan it.
Yeah,
but there it's just 12 pence. Yeah.
Shout out to Torrance, everyone. Yeah, 12p. You know what? I never noticed that, bro. I've been reading these books for years and I never noticed. That's awesome. Yeah, here we go. This is the first. Is this the first White Queen? Is this the first?
Yeah. No. This is I think the first White Queen was earlier. Yeah.
I think it's the second. Well, this is where it's starting off with the Hellfire Club. You know where that's going. You know, and Byrne. I mean, we all know the Byrne chin. We have the John Byrne chin right here. So this is where it starts off.
Oh yeah, this is this is the issue right here. That 133.
Yeah, is that what we're reading?
A lot of money right here.
No, you have to flip to that page where he's in the sewer and he's looking behind him. Like that's
Bro,
one of those classic pages.
I didn't even realize what the 12 it got me. So yeah, basically this is him, Wolverine versus the fucking Hellfire Club.
Yeah, this was such a good one, man. After the X-Men got their asses collectively stomped, the issue before, and Jean is taking on her role as the Black Queen, and it was literally just up to Wolverine. This shit was wild, man.
A lot of bubbles, a lot of fucking voice bubbles, Claremont bubbles.
Dude, yeah, because Claremont just talks and talks and talks.
Yeah, man, he's like, bah, 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 bah.
Dude, we had him in our store in January doing a signing. He's the greatest guy.
Is it the next issue? I think it's the next issue. He's not in the fucking sewers here.
It's not the sewer part? Come on, that's got to be the sewer
No,
part.
he's not. I think it might be the next one, bro. Dude, I'm fucking far off from that too, man. I'm just 134.
134 shows that great cover. This is the one that I don't know if anybody remembers Stranger Things, but the first episode of Stranger Things, they were talking about this issue.
Mm-hmm. Mastermind. You show the original Mastermind right there. No, this is where Phoenix came out, man. What the fuck? I remember that. I know exactly what you're talking about. I just can't fucking remember the actual fucking comic where it came out. I think it's like it's an end page, isn't it? And he's in the sewer, and he's just like he's got the fucking clothes.
It was the end of one book where he had been knocked into the sewer, and I want to say that entire next issue, I want to say, was where he was running off
fighting his way back up. Yeah,
he fights his way back up and into where the fancy people are having their hors d'oeuvres, and
well, that's why we thought it was this one we lashed it out. So, I mean, unless it's missing a page, I don't remember. We're gonna scroll. Yeah, there's nothing here.
Oh, that's weird. And that big ruby quartz mask they had on Cyclops, like, what was that shit? Dude was suffocating.
And of course,
that's like
this is the first Uncanny X-Men issue I ever bought. I still have my original copy, my childhood copy of this, and it's beat to shit, man. The spine is ripped.
Those are the best covers, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
you read them, you love them. That's the best.
I think it was 132 where he was knocked into the sewer.
132.
According to Google.
Right, we'll go back.
According to Google.
I was fucking. This is the one book. This is what brought me in. Me personally, in 1980, brought me in as a comic book collector. I didn't know anything about this, and this comic book brought me. I just went. That was it for me. From here on, this is the one book, and I still have the original comic book I have. Spine's ripped, whatever. It's in a Mylar, but it means a lot to me. This is the book that I went with. So what did you say? Prime E.
132.
132. It's the one before the first Hellfire Club cover.
It was probably the last page of this book because we didn't even check this book.
Okay, suckers, you taking your best shot. Now it's my turn.
There it is. There it is.
There it is. That's classic, bro.
Google is your friend. Google is your friend.
Mm-hmm. Yo, this is a very iconic panel right there.
I was gonna bust up my omnibus to find out what book that was in. It was bothering me for a second.
And this is a really, I mean, honestly, I don't know why. I mean, we're just doing covers right now, but honestly, this is a really good fucking story, man, right here. Really good fucking lead up to what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Really good stuff, man. And
well, that's back in the day when they did those cliffhanger endings, like him coming out of the sewer, and then the next issue was him fighting his way back into the Hellfire Club and wiping everybody out.
And then after that, it's the next level. Like it's like you could do 10 minutes 5 times in a row, and just make it work, And this is where it started for me. And when I bought this book, shout out to Fantastic Planet and fucking New York City back in the day. I bought the back issues and I bought some other shit. This is just where it started for me, man. Right there. And then the bitch died.
Yeah, like a book later.
Yeah.
Book or two later, yeah. She was gone.
Shout out to the price increase on that book too, man. That drove people crazy. It went from 35 to 46.
How much is 137 going for?
Like currently, or you mean like the cover print?
Google is your friend, Walt.
Well, we're talking about like.
Let me look. I got GPA up for Jeep.
It went from it's 15p here. I don't know. I got a bad scan right here right now. So
it went from 30 cents to 40 cents, and people lost their shit.
Oh,
but 137 and like a 9.8 goes for like 380.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good book,
especially with the movie coming out in a couple of months.
Yeah. Basically, Jean Grey was ripped from. She had the Phoenix ripped from her, and then her man.
It was suppressed.
They had to defend themselves.
Yeah. She Xavier had it suppressed, and that's when Lilandra kidnapped all of them after Charles Xavier suppressed it, and they were like, "All right, fight to the death." And that's when Charles he challenged her to a duel, so that way they wouldn't just kill Jean outright. and all the X-Men have been taken off the board except for Jean and Scott, and that's whenever she lost her shit, became the Phoenix, then became the Dark Phoenix again, and then that's when she was like, all right, you got to take me out. And
to the end, right to the end.
Yep.
Fucking Byrne's art.
Well,
man.
that was also a big fight between Byrne, Claremont, and Jim Shooter because they didn't want to kill Jean Grey, but Shooter said you have to kill her after she wiped out, that nebula.
Wow, really? Shooter wanted her dead.
Yeah, that was a Shooter. He executive decision that thing and made him kill her.
Wow, we have to get rid of her. She did all that. There's no way she'd come back. She's got to go.
Yeah, there was no way to redeem her at that point.
It's basically
look how many more times they killed her.
It's basically when Joe Pesci goes to get made in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And that's that. He's gone. He's gone. There's nothing we can do.
Bring her back in an X-Men book. It was Fantastic Four.
Yeah, when they find the cocoon, they find her in the
bed. Yeah. They brought her back for X Factor. That was that was even fucking awesome. Also, like how they did that. Like the Phoenix was an entity. It wasn't really Jean, and her body was, down at the bottom of the ocean for all these years. And
every time a Jean Grey comes back to life, and Uncle Ben loses his.
His rice is pot of rice.
Wow.
Shout out to this cover. I love this cover, man. Love this cover.
This was like the big recap where it was just like, look at our history, and then Cyclops was like,
shout out to Pinkerton to getting this fucking sign from Claremont for me. So shout out to fucking Chris Pinkerton to getting that. It was I love it. Great issue, man. At a pivotal time, man. Right after the carnage. Right after the carnage of Phoenix, And hey, this is when things started getting crazy and fun and cool.
Hope you survived the experience.
Hi, I'm
that
Kitty
little
Pryde.
Saying never left. Hope you survived the experience.
This is when Kenny Prime showed up in the R.O.C. Is when Kitty Pryde showed up in the X-Men. No, but honestly, man, this was a really good time. I really enjoyed these comics back then. I was young. I was super young, and I was like, hey, this is great stuff, man. You're like, this is more the Wendigo, bringing it back for fucking the Wolverine. This is definitely was like to me, it was like hey, we could try to bring some reading back in. I don't know. Anybody?
Wendigo has come back a bunch of fucking times too.
Wendigo.
I love Todd McFarlane's Wendigo.
Yeah, well, come on, man. Todd McFarlane, anything everybody loves.
Yeah,
except his writing.
Except for their figures.
Figures, yeah.
They're slightly posable statues.
That was a good arc, though.
Here's a sleeper hit.
Oh, here you go.
Here's a huge sleeper hit.
No one's ever heard of this storyline before, right?
Nothing, bro. Honestly, when I first started reading, this was nothing. Like, it was cool. You had the book, but it was no big deal. It wasn't until when shit started going off, this book went insane.
Shout out to the price increase on this too. 50 cents now.
There we go. Now 50 cents. Yep.
This is also the last Uncanny, or this is the first Uncanny X-Men.
Really?
It was X-Men all the way up until this point.
I didn't. Whoa, wait a minute.
No, it's been Uncanny for a minute.
No, somebody photoshopped that. That's the first Uncanny X-Men book.
Whoa, wait a minute. 139? You sure?
Yep.
Google.
Oh, wait, maybe I am wrong. Damn it.
Where's our Google soldiers?
139 is the first Uncanny. That's weird. I swore it was.
Where's our Google soldiers in the chat? Anybody got? What's the Google at?
The Google soldiers.
Google will fuck you in a second.
Yeah, 138.
Love you. Thank you for coming in, but Google will fuck you in a second.
Word. Everybody's been Google fucked at least once in their life.
Nobody? Anybody? All right, we're gonna keep it rolling here.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
This definitely looks really weird. Like Uncanny looks very like Dust Mites did a promo for Enter the Realm. That's definitely looks like I just slipped it in there. But yeah, man, we all know about the infamous Days of Future Past timeline. Fucking great issues. If you haven't read them, you better go fucking read them. Why are you still here? But pivotal fucking episodes or issues. I say episodes all the time because
way better than that movie they try to adapt out of.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's not talk
Look,
about.
I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna upset some of the 40 somethings. All the X-Men movies have been good. Like, I don't care what you say. They've all been good in their own right. Like, could you imagine?
I'm leaving now.
12 years ago, like we wouldn't have had no man, like that would have been insane to think that we would have had X-Men movies, let alone on that scale.
You know, when I was a kid, we used to sit around and think about who would be the best X-Men. Like we all used to say like Robert De Niro would be the perfect Wolverine.
Kurt Russell.
You know, think about that. Like Robert De Niro would play Wolverine.
Wizard
Schwarzenegger is Colossus.
Wizard wanted to cast
Canadian
Danzig.
here?
Wizard wanted to cast Danzig as Wolverine.
Nice.
I would have went with Kurt Russell. He had the hair back then.
All right, we're gonna keep it rolling. This is I know it's small on the screen. I'm not gonna try to fucking make it bigger because I don't know this program. But this was a Kitty Pride solo Christmas episode or issue, as we say, and this kind of sparked a little bit of the alien type thing that was going to happen, which is coming through real soon. But she's home in the mansion alone, and her thoughts are getting away from her. And
the Brood.
Yeah, well,
that's
that's where I'm trying to go with this. You know,
I know you're a big John Byrne X-Men guy, Dust. That's the last John Byrne X-Men right there.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
What interior?
Interior, everything. That's when he was like, "Fuck you, Jim Shooter. You made me change all this stuff around. I'm out."
Are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah, this is about the time when he started going to do. I think he started doing Superman after this, right? I think.
Oh, I loved this.
Bro, I didn't even know that, man.
Yeah, that's his last X-Men work right there.
Man of Steel was 86.
Okay.
Yeah, 86 for Man of Steel.
Kidding me? Really?
This must have been when he was focusing more on just Avengers, because I know he was doing Avengers and X-Men.
Oh man, I fucking did it again, guys. I'm sorry. All right, we got through this. Where is it? Keep it rolling.
They did 36 issues together, Byrne and Claremont. That's 3 years that have gone down in comic book history until today.
Anderson took over.
Yeah.
Anderson.
But then PMS starts after this too, not too long after this too.
Yeah. I was never a big Anderson. I'm cool with, but not a huge fan of Anderson because it looks very generic.
Yeah, Brett Anderson is kind of whatever. But then
he tried to be Byrne with the big rectangular heads.
Yeah.
You know, he tried to take some homages to it.
That's what happens when a big artist leaves a book like that. People try to kind of mimic it for a little bit, but you can't.
Yeah, because you know what? They don't want to piss off the fans. It was kind of like when McFarlane stopped doing Spawn and brought Capullo in. And you know, they were like, Capullo, do it your way, but do the McFarlaneisms. You know what I mean? Like, you know, add the McFarlaneisms into it, and then you could slowly bring your stuff in and take his stuff out.
Speaking of Capullo, he's actually going to be at my store in 2 weeks doing the signing.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
But you know, like honestly, man, like you know, like don't it's basically anything. Like if you're a manager that goes to a new store or new whatever, don't make big changes. Slowly bring it in.
Yeah. That's the problem when you get a new manager. Everybody comes in and starts wrecking shop and tearing down walls.
That's gone. We're gonna do this. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's this way.
This is my ship now. I'm the captain now.
You know what? And then guess what? You have no staff.
Yeah.
Isn't Capullo doing Swamp Thing?
No, he's still working on him and Snyder are doing a quote unquote last Batman storyline right now.
I thought he was doing a fucking Swamp Thing coming up.
He's doing covers for that Justice League Dark, which has Swamp Thing on it. But his Swamp Thing is killer.
Yeah,
it's killer. He's it's funny because, like I said, my boss is the drummer from System of a Down. The day before the signing, System is playing here in Vegas, and we all get to go to the show, and we're going to be hanging out with Capullo at the show as well.
Nice.
Not to brag or anything and drop names,
man,
but that's my life I live right now. You know?
Well, when you go to the show, make sure to ask him for me. Tell him Ty Prime wants to know why did you leave the keys up on the table.
I'll let him know. I'll ask him about the pizza toppings too. Pizza toppings.
All I need to see on this one is shout out to Storm's titties.
Word.
Pointing out, this is the first time you ever see Doctor Doom in an X-Men book.
So is that a Brent Anderson cover?
Yeah, that's
Cockrum comes back on this issue. I'm not sure if he did the cover though.
I'm trying to find
because that's like a really Byrne-esque Doom, especially like from Byrne's FF run.
It's Cockrum.
It's Cockrum.
Yeah, he came back for a little bit. And Joe, well, the problem is Joe Rubenstein, who's very heavy-handed on his inks. Very heavy-handed. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a heavy fucking pen, man. Very heavy. Like cartoon heavy. It wasn't even like sketch heavy. It was cartoon heavy.
Yeah. Like when he inks over like Frank Miller, forget about it. It's unrecognizable sometimes.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like an inker could destroy you, man.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us we don't discuss that. Like even back in the day, because everything's now is all digital. But you could be, if you go back and like look at a book like some of the big dogs have done, and you're like, all right, he's the penciler, and then like you read the book and like, this is garbage. It looks like fucking cartoon nonsense. It's the inker and the fucking colorist, man. They just fucking killed the whole book, man.
Can you imagine that? You're the guy that puts in all that legwork.
Yeah, and they fucking erase everything that you want to bring. All that emotion that you brought to the comic book is just gone. It's gone.
Because sometimes it's just deadline style, It's just deadline style, I gotta get 15 pages done in a weekend. I'm just gonna screw everything over,
Oh shit! Any Walking Dead TV show fans in here?
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I didn't know if it was worth bringing up on because of the topic at hand, but yeah.
Scott Wilson, the guy that played Herschel, died.
Wow.
Oh damn. That sucks.
There's Spider-Woman.
Yeah, early Spider-Woman. Dazzler's back.
And moving on.
Yeah, moving on. We got Dazzler in the house.
Oh, Dazzler! It's a Dazzler issue. Let's just keep going.
It's funny, like these books are great books, but monetarily, it's nothing crazy. Like, I mean, they're like $7-8 books, but like compared to like what we just went through with that whole era with Alpha Flight and all that shit, those books are like incredibly high. This is kind of like where Young Canny kind of like found like a fucking like a lull. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's just about story or whatnot, but I enjoyed all the shit, but it's just not there anymore.
Also at this point, Claremont's been writing it for like 4 years almost. So
yeah.
I mean,
everybody's tired of everybody's tired of the story.
Well, dude, Claremont wrote it all the way up until like 92, man. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful cover.
This is this is a fucking incredible cover. And we go right in and like Cockrum is on the art, and Cockrum does a great job. He did a great job before fucking Byrne. He does a great job now. It's a little sloppy, but if you're a fan of Cockrum, you get it.
Some of the best stuff about this comics here, especially in the Bronze Age, is just how like fucked up the coloring is. Like it doesn't match. It runs out the lines and all that kind of fun stuff.
And this is
beautiful.
Whoever did these fucking scans, it's about the scans too. And I mean, just look, man. Look at the Claremont bubbles, man. We talk about Claremont being very big on fucking dialogue. Look at the dialogue. It's it.
No, he's like that in real life too, dude. Like he did signing at our store. He just talked and talked and talked.
That fucking dude loved. And you know what? Honestly, man, looking at it now, if you're just looking at it from an artist standpoint or just looking at a comic, but if you were a comic fan, you want all these bubbles because you want story. You want your story. You want your story there, man.
Also, at this time, what was really big was you had to, in every single issue, announce every character, what their power was, what their motivation was, because they treated every issue like it was somebody's first issue. So you got introduced to every single character and their power and motivation. Yeah. Not as much, but they literally would be like, hey, I'm Wolverine. I'm the best there is at what I do. And what I do isn't that great. And I'm Cyclops. And the focus totality of my powers is blah, blah, blah.
Shout out to Pride of the X-Men.
I love Pride of the X-Men, man.
I love that fucking animated fucking
with the even the Australian
Wolverine,
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Bobby, mate. It was the closest that we could get at the time for a fucking X-Men team to be fucking cartoon.
But I was a pilot for a cartoon, but it just never went anywhere.
Yep. Well, you know what? They used that pilot, made the video game.
Oh, that the fucking 4-player top one. Yeah.
And this is true. If you go back and look, the video game did so good that they said, "All right, we're going to put more money into that budget for the animated series," and they gave us the '90s series. If it wasn't for Kitty Pryde, the Pride of the X-Men, which made the video game boosted the fucking sales or whatever the fuck it did. It told these guys I'm fucking pretty drunk right now. It told these guys back in the fucking home and said, you know what, we got something here, and that's when they gave them the budget for the fucking X-Men animated fucking series. So if it wasn't for all that, we would never have the X-Men animated.
That video game introduced me to Dazzler. Like that Dazzler with the short hair and like the bandana and like the bodysuit is like my Dazzler. That's the Dazzler I think of for sure.
Are you guys talking about the arcade 4-player?
Yeah. Dude, that I probably could have gone to college with all the money I pumped into that game.
It opened up. That's how we got the because that's if you look at the Pride of the X-Men,
that
the
opener
animation
was
and all that shit was on point.
But that opening theme was awful.
Yeah.
No way. No, Pride of the X-Men is the best, dude. X-Men, save the day.
So bad.
Great. To the rest.
It was nothing like like that. That's the iconic.
That's classic. That's my phone ringtone. I get it, but Pride of the X-Men just that was phenomenal. It was on TV.
Don't get me wrong. I had
X-Men on the TV.
I had Pride of the X-Men on a VHS as a kid, and I watched the shit out of that during the week, whenever waiting for X-Men to come on the weekends.
I still have that video saved on my YouTube channel. So
I mean, look how much the movies grab from that with the whole the convoy with fucking Juggernaut. You know, they ripped so much from that. You know, it's really good. I mean, if you haven't seen it, man, it's on YouTube. It's free.
Yeah, that '90s cartoon did more for the X-Men like fan base and gathering more fans than I think anything they've ever done before.
Yep. You're absolutely right, man. As bad as it was, and as the timeline was all fucked up, and the fact that they were selling, the only reason why the cartoon was made to sell action figures, we get it. It's awesome. You know what? If you could poke in a couple of spots that pay homage to what we like, I'm good with it. You know what I mean? You know, honestly, man. You know, if you're about selling action figures and this is how it's going to be, but once in a while we'll say, hey, this is for the collector. This is for the guy that likes the book. I'm cool with that. And they did it. It worked. Nobody?
Yeah.
No one's arguing.
No, those X-Men toys were great.
Better not fucking argue with me.
Dude, I had a bunch of those X-Men toys when I was a kid. The Wolverine with the spring-out claws.
Or the Iceman, you had to fill up with water and freeze them. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, man. You know, for a while there, man, Toy Biz was just fucking killing it.
Or the what was it? The Nightcrawler that had the suction cups. You could see
that was the first wave. That was the first. You know, but then you went from that, and you get your Cannonball in a pink suit.
Yeah.
Your X-Force Cannonball.
Like,
you know what I mean? You like 2 years later, you got an X-Force Cannonball in a pink suit, and it's crazy.
Yeah, man. Oh, somebody's holding up a book. What do you got there, man? What book is that?
I can't even see it. I'm on the screen.
First,
it's some Puma action going on. Yeah.
All right.
Wait for if they can do a Marvel Legends figure on him. That'd be cool.
I think only 4 people know about Puma, and I think 3 of them think it's shoes.
No, it's definitely a Spider-Man fucking villain. Me. If you guys want to keep it rolling here, man, I don't know if you guys want to. Do it. I mean, we could kill the cover shit and talk the bullshit, and we could continue the next time. Just let me know. But we are on 152 right here.
Dude, advertising the Amazing Friends Spider-Man cartoon when it was
that was a
Iceman and Firestar with Spider-Man. Like,
oh
where did
my
that come
god,
from?
man! I love that fucking cartoon, man. I loved it.
That was like the best Spider-Man cartoon at the time because the older stuff was just so whack. But they wouldn't even like the '60s Spider-Man. They wouldn't even draw all of the webbing on them. It was just like a black.
There was budget restrictions back in the day, but the soundtrack was great. I love the soundtrack.
See, for a minute there, I thought you were just quoting Jeopardy's theme.
No, I was doing the O Canada theme. I was reciting the O Canada anthem right there.
Oh Canada, hail to Poutine.
Yo, hail Hydro.
No, you gotta say it this way.
Tim Tams.
I mean, honestly, guys, if you guys wanted me to keep going on these covers, or we could just still bullshit, but you know,
I don't want you to stop, but it's up to you, man. It's good. It's a good point to stop because it's the end of like the burn run, but still, like.
I tell you what, Dusty, you were talking about loosely at one point in time doing a classic comic podcast. I think you found your co-host.
Well, I think it's called. I want to do a comic book podcast. It's called Before the Crash.
Blowing the dust off.
The big '90s crash that we all went through, and we talk about old school stuff. So
I did. I mean, I have my own YouTube channel, the Omnibus Collectors Network. But dude, anytime I can't stop talking about this. It's my life. It's my life. I work it. I live it. I sell it. I collect it. It's life.
Holla. I'm here, man.
We didn't even get to like where I started.
I know, man.
Issue was,
dude, man, like we're 153 right now. Everybody's all.
I think my first issue was 263.
X-Men 1 with the 15 covers.
You're about 100 away.
But you know what?
I don't know if you guys can see my shirt, but it's a cover of Jim Lee X-Men 2 on the back.
You know what? We're gonna just wrap it up right now because I've been going a very long time here on this, and we're gonna continue talking, but I haven't seen you guys in a while, so.
How you doing, Dust?
I'm doing good, man.
Dust is 24 beers right now.
12. Hold on. 12, 13, 14. I'm 18 in, and I'm going good.
Dude, 20 minutes ago you said I was 22.
I can still pronounce words, and we're still working here, man.
Are they still younglings?
Yeah. No. I was. I did.
It's going backwards.
I'm on Bex right now. I'm doing some Bex.
Okay.
Still
right.
I've never had a Lingling before. I need to find those out here.
Oh man, you haven't never had a Ling?
Never. Nope.
Dude,
they're not that great.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
You're not cool if you're not killing younglings.
Younglings.
I'm not Anakin Skywalker.
Well, Gabe, man, thank you for fucking popping in, man. And we definitely need to talk a little bit more. I wish we would have got further on the covers thing. It's the first time I was came up with this idea. If you guys like it, let me know.
Continue next week.
Hit me up.
You can't beat that era.
Right after the 3 hours of intros.
Hit me up, and yeah, it was 3 hours of intros, but
you can't beat that whole like giant size one through like Jim Lee X-Men. I think Claremont ended it at like 2 or 3 of that Jim Lee runs with Claremont. Like,
but you know what? Yeah, we could run through this era, and then we get to Jim Lee's, and then like everybody's like, "Oh my god!"
The Fabian Nicieza.
Oh man, yeah, you mean
the acolytes.
And the best thing about it's like you're not even giving a fuck about the story. It's just the feeling of the cover. You know what I'm saying? When you see that cover, you're just like, oh my fucking god! I remember.
And just seeing the art like evolve too. Like I'm nothing against Byrne, but his stuff is pretty simplistic.
Because of course,
it's deadline style. But then you get to like, PMS, Paul Smith. You get into like Barry Windsor Smith. You get into Jim Lee. You get into like Mark Silvestri. Oh, Mark Silvestri stuff is the best, man. You can't beat that. Oh, I'm telling you. But yeah,
Mark Silvestri, he did X-Men.
Yeah, he did X-Men for a while, a long time. Not a long time, but he made it.
Well, Silvestri did when they went double. They went 2 episodes a month. They were dropping 2 episodes a month for a while. They were, and Silvestri was just like He was just fucking, and he had that fucking ink style, man. He was just going all crazy, man.
Well, in December,
Find those books then.
if anybody needs a hookup, in December we got Jim Lee, Scott Williams, Alex Sinclair, and Mark Silvestri doing the signing at the store.
Nice.
Oh my God. I think I might. Because I have a Batman Hush issue.
Yeah, dude, Hush is good right now because they're making that animated movie out of it too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
Man, thanks, man. Gabe, thank you very much for popping in. Hit me up. We'll talk, man. I mean,
you might not remember
I
it
love
later,
talking
bro.
old school stuff, man.
No, I'm in there. All those, I don't own them, but I have the omnibus. I'm a big omnibus collector now. I sold all my singles, like 30 years worth of singles. I sold, but I have like the omnibus for them now.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm finding myself going towards like the Masterwork style.
Get the epic collection, dude. Get the epics.
I just do the digital for free on torrent. It's
everything that I don't.
I do have 14 long boxes right over there.
No, man, I see your Instagram. I follow your Instagram. You
Don't even
like
fuck with me. Don't even fuck with me, you motherfuckers. I'm still good.
You still have your Secret Wars 8? Like I see you post those.
I got 5 of them. I think I got 5 of them.
Dude, man, you gotta get rid of those.
Oh wait, no. Who's got one? Josh. I sent one to who's got one? Josh got one.
Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
One out to Josh.
Those are big books right now, man. Big books.
You know what the funny thing is? I don't want to get rid of them.
No, I hear you.
I'm like, I can make money, and I got 9 of them. I don't want to get rid of them because I'm that dude.
I sell them all day long for $150 at the store.
I know. I need you to talk to me and make me release them and make some money. So we will talk.
Keep 2, one to read and one to.
All right, definitely. What time is it? It's fucking 12 o'clock at night. How long have we been going? 9, 10, 11? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Almost 4 hours.
Jesus Christ. We need to wrap this fucking thing up, man.
Almost 12 hours.
We'll continue. Wow. Did you say almost 12 hours?
18 hours and 18
That's in
beers.
Blanos time. He's going to snap his fingers. It's been 12 hours. Man, I didn't even realize we were going that fucking long, man. And we only got to what 157 on Uncanny?
Yeah.
Man, if this is something you guys want to do or don't want to do, just I enjoy it. Real quick.
I love it. Go ahead.
Anything? Anybody got anything?
No, this is fun, dude.
Yeah, bro.
It's fondue.
Good time.
All right, real quick. Let's wrap this fucking shit up. Dakota. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, you can find me everywhere at Primal Savage.
All right, next. E Prime.
You can find me Facebook, EE2020. I mean, Instagram 2020. Facebook, Eric Espada.
Oh, God. You're taking too much. Gabe.
Gabe Infinity Watch on Instagram and the Omnibus Collector Network on YouTube.
Nice. Jose.
Hurricane BX all over.
MSP.
You can find me on the Rock channel on Fridays now.
Look at you. Look at you making some moves.
He
Welcome
balling.
to the Realm of Collectors.
He balling.
Podcast channel. It's not. I'm not even calling the YouTube channel because we do put our audio out on the iTunes and all that other shit. So, next up, Rob.
I'm just everywhere. Peace.
See my Rob like a bad rash. Tyler.
You can catch me on Stasis Lock like every other Wednesday when we go live at 7 p.m. And you can catch me on Facebook trolling your easily triggered G1 fans all the day.
Shout out to Canadians. Yo, Tyler, Tyler is our alpha flight of the R.O.C. shows.
Shout out to Canada and their 20% taxes over there.
Yeah, shout out to Captain Canuck and his free healthcare powers.
Oh, whoa. Easy. Next up, the one and only Blanos. The Black Thanos is in the house. Walter, what's up with you?
Man, you can catch me up on Liquid Therapy, or you can catch me on Verbally Challenged or Information Creep.
Or Mentally Challenged, which is not on any type of YouTube channel. Sorry.
Walter, next time you do an intro or an outro, you need to finish that shit with a snap of your hands.
Yeah,
snap of your fingers. Yeah. Bam!
Holy
That's
shit!
the money shot.
You know, honestly, I can't believe the time. Wow, going through those covers like that took a lot of time. Thank you guys for hanging out. We did.
Dust, where can we find you?
It's been a lovely time.
I'm all over the place like a bad rash. Hashtag Dust Mites.
It's the rash of collectors.
Rash of collectors, but you know, don't fucking my outro.
Collectors of rash.
But, you know, thank you guys for being here, man. I know we just came up with this at the last minute. Shout out to Victory Saber 77. Get better, brother. We're waiting for you to come back. We're just holding it down for you. You know, Saturday is a prime time spot, and I just want to get up in there like that. But thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah.
We had a good time. We're gonna keep going.
Thank you, man.
We're gonna go keep going further on after this broadcast. If you want to join us, the link is in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. Pop in, and unfortunately, we're not gonna get to. You know what? When I originally thought, yeah, we get to like fucking 7 or 8, 9 books, cover wise. You know, and like scrolling through all of them, like we just got through Uncanny like 110 through like 150.
We made it through a historic era, and that's amazing.
Yeah, that was honestly, man. Honestly,
that's a beautiful era.
Gabe, honestly, that's a fucking really strong time for fucking that book.
People still ask for those books on a constant basis.
If you want to know anything about that book, that is the era that turned it into what we're going into. You know, so
that's all the old heads. Like those are the guys that created everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
But I was like, you know, we could go through there, we could bounce into this, we could bounce into that, but this could be a new segment. It could be a new show. So if you guys enjoy what we did tonight, covers, talking about it, artists, let me know, because I'm trying to just do whatever you can do for this.
This turned into drunk comic book history.
Yeah. Balls in your mouth at comicbook.com.
Taint Deep at Google.
Yeah, Taint Deep. I know that. I know that site. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget, Enter the Realm Monday nights. Breaking the Mold on Tuesday. Figure Banging every other Wednesday. Thursday, we got shit going on. Friday nights, 9 p.m. What's going on? Tell me. Nick Masterpiece Shit Piece Theater.
Yeah.
Hell no.
What is it?
Masterpiece shit. Oh, I can't.
Wow, he's talking over you.
Look at Wall. You trying to talk over me? You can't even do it right. Masterpiece.
Damn right.
Shit piece. Theater.
Welcome to the fucking network, my friend.
Thanks for having us, man.
Keep it rolling. Saturday nights, usually Victory Saber 77 has the lockdown with the Plastic Fanatics, but we've been doing a pretty poor job holding it down. But we've been having some fun. Shout out to the Liquid Therapy Show. So thank you guys for joining us. Love you guys to death. Shout out to the Rumble Collectors. Shout out to this guy. Shout out to that guy. Everybody does shout outs.
Shout out to Stasis Lock.
Yeah, shout out to Stasis.
Shout out to Stasis Lock on their 100th episode.
Shout out to Breaking the Mode. Shout out to Breaking the Mode.
If you've ever wondered what it's like to be a Beast Wars collector, if you ever wondered if you wanted to be a Beast Wars collector, go fucking sign up for our free giveaway. We're giving away 15 free basic beasts. Go get you some.
Nice. Yo, shout out to Welcome to the Terradrome, the Cobra Law podcast is coming back after 2 weeks.
Hey, shout out to R.O.C.
A lot of shout outs. Wow, fuck you and your shout out. Fuck you.
I'll shout out my channel, Omnibus Collectors Network, where we have interviews with Eric Larson. We have interviews with Eric Larson, Fabian Nicieza, and Ron Morris.
Look at Gabe trying to fucking upstage it. Like, fuck it. We got stars on our channel. Fuck you guys.
Shout out to the 2018 International Realm of Collectors meetup coming up here at the end of October.
3 weeks.
And I hear there's a robot convention going on in some corner room
I guess,
at the same time.
I guess there's some sort of TF Con or something it's called.
Yeah, fuck them.
Man, you know what, guys? It's getting closer, man. It's 3 weeks.
Oh,
I can't wait.
I hear there's gonna be a fat, scruffy Jesus guy there flipping exclusives.
Bro.
John the Lion, Jesus.
Yo, Dakota, you coming?
Am I?
I don't know.
He's
Are you?
coming.
I
Wait,
can't.
did you just compare yourself to Jesus, Tony?
Yeah, I can't wait to come out with your hair.
Shout out to Torpedo Comics in Las Vegas.
Oh, here we go. More shout outs.
Are y'all kidding? Dakota's got the fucking Marlboros loaded in that Camaro already. He's all packed up and ready to go.
All right, you guys got 12 seconds. Shout it out.
Stuck to my leg.
5.
Hot in this fucking room.
Yo, fuck your leg. Shout out to Josh's new leg.
All right.
The bionic man.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you. We out.